doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're here.
Roger.
We're here. We're here. Woo!
I did it. I did
Pop,
the
pop.
thing. I did the thing.
Pop,
I did the
pop, pop.
thing.
We're doing
Huzzah!
the thing. Huzzah!
Guys, it's episode 10. That feels
Double
like a milestone,
digits.
doesn't it?
Whoa.
In those double digits. I've been like very immersed in the 80s. Should I like make our announcement now? Do I make the announcement now?
Yes,
or do I wait
you
for
do
the
it,
end?
do it.
I'll do it at both places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cap it.
So, next Sunday, March 28th,
Goodness gracious. I don't
6
mark-
p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Kings of Neon. It's our new City of Mist game. It's going to be pretty hype. We've spent like most of the last month making characters. We are super finalized. But I have been like up to my eyeballs in 80s music and neon noir movies. I've rewatched Nightcrawler and Driver and Thief and freaking all the neon noir list told me to watch Spring Breakers. But I saw that once and that's a horror show. I will never watch that movie again. But so yes, all I can like really think in are like 80s glam rock lyrics at this point. I'm very like, I don't know where I am, where my head even is.
Nice.
That's exciting. Second show here,
Woohoo.
twitch.tv/TM Philly. I'm really hype. I'm excited about it. It's going to be good.
Get it.
Nobody cares about that. Let's talk about D&D. Let's talk to you guys first. How are you doing this week? How is everyone?
Good.
Good. Pretty good.
Nice. John was almost going to repair his computer, but decided at the last second to wait until after the stream. We love to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Smart.
Kurt supposedly made tea, though that's not confirmed. Taylor, nope. He says nope, denied. Taylor is in. Taylor is streaming from a new studio, including a dream catcher.
Studio. Please.
Well,
Studio.
Listen,
It'll get better. It'll get better, I promise.
that's what I've been saying since I was 20.
Oh.
and Mike.
Is that fuck you in your dreams? Is that what that was? Damn. I hope.
No,
I don't know,
not at
man.
all. How are you reading it that harsh? I'm just talking about my sad life. Taylor's situation will definitely get better. I'm just being pessimistic.
Well,
like
I'm
you
only
are.
23 and I'm already saying it, so I guess I'm starting at the right
Keep
time.
saying it because it's like 20 years later, and it's getting better all the time. That's not 80s glam rock. I know it doesn't fit the template. Mike wanted to talk about a TV show, and he by my appreciation, he waited until we turned the camera on. What were you going to tell us about, Mike? You had
I
something
watched
to say?
The Falcon and the Summer Soldier. It was really
Yeah, I saw the Falcon and the Autumn Soldier, and it was all right. There was at least a thumb and another thumb.
Wait a minute, I think it's called
was
the Falcon and the
alright.
Spring Soldier. I think that's
Are
what
you
it was.
sure it's
'cause
not
it was on
called
Spring Solstice.
The Eagle and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
So-
there we go.
It was really
Epic.
good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I enjoyed it. Like, of this whole lineup of Marvel stuff coming, this is where like half the people that are in the Skype chat actually completely tune out right now, and I'm sorry, but like these Disney announcements, the Marvel stuff specifically, I was hyped for
Yeah.
WandaVision. I'm like more excited than I thought for Loki after
Yeah.
seeing the previews, and I was like, yeah, whatever, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I liked it. I think they opened pretty strong. Like, I don't know, I love like a team coming together type dynamic, so I liked it. No spoilers.
Mhm.
Nice.
You guys didn't watch Falcon
Not
and
yet.
the Summer Soldier?
I didn't realize it was like already out and a thing happening.
I think for the next year, Taylor, this is part of like the City of Mist energy that I have going on, but I think there's only 1 week until the end of 2021 that does not have brand new Marvel content on Disney Plus.
Okay. All right.
Because we have Loki, you got What If, you got, I don't remember, a bunch of other things. It's going to be great.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
I'll have to pay more attention.
We're still not talking about D&D. It's 13 minutes after, so I'm sorry. Should we talk about D&D?
We can do something crazy like that. I just want to say I had an exciting weekend. I went and used a week's vacation to go lay in the dirt with a bunch of Boy Scouts. And I woke up.
Context, John.
Well, so it was a bridging ceremony. Yeah, It was bridging ceremony where Cub Scouts bridge up to Boy Scouts, and they do a camp out weekend with a whole group of kids and parents and, well, I should say adult leaders, but
Yes, you should say
yeah,
that. Yes.
we woke up Saturday morning and it was 30 degrees, 31 degrees, to the point where when we pulled the fly off the tent, the condensation had turned into frost on the inside of the rain fly.
You gotta love that.
That was
sounds
fun.
like Boy
Nice.
Scouts.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was miserable. So,
Sounds like a lot of my camping experiences with the Boy Scouts as a kid.
nothing like using a week's vacation to freeze your butt off. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I remember going to like one of the on-site things with my dad, and like I woke up at like whatever 3 o'clock in the morning in the tent, and he just was gone, man. He was Audi 5000, you know. I'm like looking around the tent, like, where the hell is this guy, you know? So I go like stumbling back over by where the cars are, and like here he is sleeping in the back seat, you know. And then that night, I spent the rest of the night till probably like 5 o'clock in the morning reading a Guardians of the Galaxy trade paperback with the flashlight. And I was a total drag ass the next day, and the scout leader yelled at me because I was slow. What are you going to do?
priorities.
Yep.
Awesome.
It was really good trade paperback. I wish I remembered which one it was. It had Yondu, though. I love that
Oh.
guy. That's it. Nothing else exciting. You guys
You're
seem
telling
It
nervous.
turns out I watched all the Dark. Remember we were talking about Dark last week? I watched
Yeah,
all
we
of
were.
those. I just totally spaced on what I was watching. I watched it a while ago.
Tighten up.
What's that?
It's really, I said tighten up. I think I don't know that it's like my favorite show, you know. There are other shows like I love more, but man, it's so
It's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, like it's really that like precision German engineering brought to storytelling of like it's just so well
Yeah.
put together and like well conceived, and the way it all like kind of fits in the end. Like I've been raving about it. We're doing like a dark rewatch of post show recaps in the Discord, and like I just like I gush with like ridiculous hyperbole every week, and I'm like, all right, I know you guys are all sick of it. So what happened last time? I only barely remember.
I could go over the notes for you.
I think we
could. Why
found
don't
a wardrobe
you
and we
tell me?
opened
No.
introduced into a new world of snow and oh wait, wrong story. Oops.
Talking beavers?
Yeah,
That
talking
was the
beavers.
wrong story indeed. That's your bad. That's a whole different thing. Treacle tart. That's next week. That'll be the third.
We
third
have a
show.
new party member.
We do have
We
a
have
new
a
party
new
member.
do.
And-
Lothar. I kind of can't believe that Lothar got co-opted into the group, but I guess I can believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It is. It's pretty wonderful. So,
Guess who
the
likes them?
four of you. I don't like them. I could care less. I'm not invested. I can't be invested. I can't prioritize that one NPC over others.
Just
So,
overly invested
when
in all
last-
of them. Yeah.
Yes, precisely.
Well, then what happened to that mountain lion? Why did she run
Oh,
away?
Wow. Wow. It's still there. When last we left our stalwart adventurers, the lot of you had made haste, leaving Grenmis Gorge, leaving the clan of Grenmis goblins behind in the hands of their capable matriarch, Schnulz. And so Schnulz and Kevik One-Leg led the goblins north into the caves, and the four of you, along with Lothar, the halfling soldier of the Sapphire Legion, killed by Hulric, restored by Crixus, left for dead by all of you, has been brought back to you. You decided that you had no recourse, no options. You could not leave him with the goblins. You could not turn him free. And so you brought him with you. And you guys decided to take a northerly route, heading high up into the peaks, along the footpaths and the game trails leading through these alpine, jagged mountain peaks of the Drakencaern Mountains, in an effort to kind of circumnavigate around this valley of bones marked on the map left to you by the old druid, Rogash the Eagle Eye. So, en route to the tomb of Gural Khan Angus with an artifact left to him by his father, the first Brighthorn the Elder. It's being drawn in that way. You all have decided that you should follow this relic, though you're uncertain why it leads you there, or even if it leads you there. Though you're pretty confident. So with young Lothar, you ascended the peaks, and as daybreak kind of rose high and full, out of the clouds emerged a wyvern, one of the lesser dragons, one of the mounts that the Sapphire Legion is using to patrol these mountains as they hunt for you. A hunt after Crixus in specific, it seems, according to Lothar. So you managed to battle it. You slew the rider. You defeated the mount. You pressed on further. And as we left, I believe, Eerie Vandrin Silverspark opened her spellbook, and she conjured a dome of protection, Vandrin's Dome of Protection, named after Ursula Vandrin, Auntie Ursula, the ogre magi who raised a lot of you back in the home that you had before it was crushed into a smoking rubble. The people all killed.
Great.
And so,
lest we forget,
it was the four of you slip inside this impregnable dome of protection conjured by your young gnomish sister. Lothar, like, well, this is pretty impressive. No wonder we had such a hard time finding you.
Thanks. I try.
You're pretty capable. I mean, you missed a lot of those fire bolts, but that really hit pretty good.
Yeah, you know.
It only takes one. That's what they told us.
Yeah.
I tell Lothar, don't push your luck. Ulrich's watching.
My luck ran out when you left me for dead on the mountain. This is all borrowed time. I'm sorry. Please. He's looking at you, Ulrich. I kind of can't help myself at this point.
So what did they tell you about us?
Nothing. We just knew that some survivors had escaped. We were one of a few patrols on wargs sent to range out around the village. Picked up a handful of stragglers. But Melkanen, the first dragoon, he rounded up the lot of us, told us to take provisions for 5 days and to push hard west to look for the dragon boy. They won't tell us why, but they want him. They want him alive. They don't care about the rest of you.
And how did they come to know of his existence?
That's above my pay grade, Ulrich. I'm just a soldier. The only reason I'm involved in any of this is because I'm small enough to ride a warg, hold a saddle, and I can aim a bow all right.
Well, I think we're beyond needing rest at this point. Right? None of us rested?
No, none of you rested.
We haven't
Yeah.
rested since before Lothar attacked us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to, spread out and relax.
Okay, so you drop your pack to the ground, you pull out your furs, lay them down. I think Lothar is like a little bit nervous in this
I'll
place.
tie him
Like,
up.
you tie him up?
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoa, hey! I thought we got past this. You have to tie me up again?"
Well,
Well, you can't get out of it. Well, just to refresh us, I mean,
You can.
can we get out of this dome? Or
Anybody who's... I can't remember if it's anybody who's in it when it's cast or if it's people who are... If you're on the outside when it's cast, you can't come in. I believe.
Yeah, I think I...
There it is.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when I cast it, can move through it freely. All other creatures are barred from passing through it.
So you're like letting him in, right? You cast it around you guys, so we see the shimmering dome drop, and yeah, he can get out. So I guess he's standing there. Crix is looking at you like, "You're just joking, right? Are you joking?"
Oh, he's being tied up. So I look at him. I said, "What are you kidding me? You're part of the Sapphire Legion. You just told me that you guys were hunting me down.
Well, I'm not anymore.
I don't know. Who knows, right?
I mean,
You
I
want to
think
repaint the armor? We can
All I know
repaint
is
the
you're-
armor.
All I know is you're talking a lot. You're
I mean,
talking
I
a
think
lot,
that if
Lothar.
we take,
You're really
you know,
running your mouth about. Shh,
Texas,
Lothar,
I
shh.
think that if,
Rest.
like, Lothar, you know, goes to sleep first and we each take turns taking watch, we'll be okay.
Yeah, and I'll tie him up.
And why do we need to tie him up?
Because Angus agrees with me.
Okay. But
I
You
know you
know.
like him. I know you like him, Yuri, but he's still, I don't know. We don't know yet.
I mean,
Maybe Angus would just spoon him.
yeah. Somebody just put him in like a hole. Just yep. You guys are big enough. Crixus, just lay on top of him.
so
like
are
a
you like just
dog.
like spooling the rope
Crush
around
him.
him? He's not like really resisting, but are you actually tying him up, Crixus? You're just like spooling him up in rope.
No, I'm not spooling him up in a row. But that's a great idea, DM. But no, we're not. Thanks.
I'm trying to clarify.
Thanks a lot, but no, we're gonna do what we did originally.
You just hog tie him.
We're gonna tie his hands behind his back, and we're gonna tie his legs together. We're not gonna hog tie him exactly. So we'll make him. We'll be
To be able
fairly
to
comfortable.
sleep, you
He's
know?
like, well, I'll try to sleep, but I mean, if you are all waiting for me, it might be a little bit. This is very uncomfortable. He's like kind of rolling around on the ground. I'll be quiet. Just pretend I'm not here.
I go like this. This is the tiniest violin right now, Lothar.
Oh,
Lothar.
I can't
Man,
believe you had
Lothar's
anybody.
not scared of us anymore. You realize that?
I
Look at
know.
us.
He rested so peacefully after the battle. You know.
gosh. Okay.
Some people talk a lot when they're nervous. It's a coping
He
mechanism.
seems very familiar. He seems very familiar with us.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He talks, but he has, I don't know, very familiar.
All right. Well, let's get
He's
some
tied
rest
up, as
before
far
we
as I'm
lose any more minutes of this being up.
I'm going to bed. I'm not worried about him.
Good night, Ulrich.
I'm just.
Well, look.
I guess I curl up with Lothar then. All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
Curl up next to Lothar.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Do we
Well-
want to take
are-
watches?
What's
yeah,
that?
are we gonna do watches?
I mean, that's one way to handle the Lothar thing is if we take watches.
Yeah.
I guess we could take watches, right?
I didn't bring a watch.
Clever SOB.
I'm already asleep. Forget it. Just tie him up. What's the big deal?
Okay.
Oh, the one that was pushing for him to get tied up is now asleep, so I guess that takes care of that.
I thought you actually agreed.
I didn't say anything.
I thought you did actually. I think you did.
Gee, if only there were a tape we could check.
I'm not gonna win a prize, by the way. I'm not. So. Well, anyways, whatever you guys want to do, it's fine by
all
me.
right. I
wake
don't
me up
care.
8 hours
I'm
later.
going to sleep.
Go
I'm
to
going
sleep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Erie's gonna get up a little bit early anyway. 'Cause she has to do her morning wizard rituals. So
What are her morning rituals?
they'll like pick, the wizard just
Oh,
Yeah,
your spell
taking a
memorizations. Yeah.
not that it matters because I don't have that many spells
Okay.
right now. But
So the
Yeah.
lot of you,
it's Erie's time.
the lot of you fall to slumber amidst the loud snores of Lothar. Your tiny space. It's quite pleasant in here compared to the cold air outside. The day wanes on. You didn't get to sleep until late in the afternoon, as it were. So, I suppose you guys. Let's see.
Dun-dun-dun.
Okay. I suppose you guys sleep through the night, and you may regain all your hit points and spell slots and rememorize and do all the things.
Ooh, I can memorize.
Yay.
Thank
What a
goodness.
memory.
Yep, you memorize your 2 spells, Action Surge and Second Wind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fierce. Fierce.
Fear. I love it. Okay. Great.
As you guys wake up in the morning, Lothar's already awake. He's like dragged himself to kind of the corner and is propped up against one side of the dome, like this is really very uncomfortable.
Well, it's better than sleeping in the freezing cold, wouldn't you say?
I mean, not really, but it's better than being dead, so I'll give you that much. Yeah.
Give us some credit.
Oh, I give you a lot of credit. You killed a lot of soldiers.
I believe the spell does say that it is a comfortable space, Lothar.
It is a space.
And,
Actually.
and technically, you can't really prop yourself up against it because you would just fall through.
He's like, well, you should have told me that before I did it. It's just my hands. My hands, they're asleep. My ankles hurt.
Well, we're awake now, so
Okay.
we untie him now, Crixus.
Oh yes, go ahead.
I just look at him and say, "Trust is earned, Lothar. You know, maybe after a certain period of time, everybody can trust you."
Well, that's not going to happen, but I mean, maybe you 4 will at least. If we'll start there.
Such a drama queen.
Me?
Get up. Yes, you. You're like the rope off. Come on, get up, stretch.
Listen,
Stop complaining.
complaining. I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, like gets up. He cut the rub. He's just like,
Yep.
not complaining.
Yes,
I'm not
good.
complaining.
Wonderful.
So what do we do now? We walk further through the mountains.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
What else would we do? Lothar, is there that for us? Because I'd love to hear it.
I mean, you could surrender yourself, but I wouldn't do that if I were you. So probably your idea is a better one.
Yeah, probably. Thanks for the input.
He's awesome.
All right, Ulrich.
No.
Looks at Ulrich. He says, "I don't know, Ulrich. I think you might have been right."
All right, so we're still heading in a southwesterly direction.
Yep, now I solved it already. No.
Sure. Yes, you were heading in a southwesterly direction. That's the plan.
Yes.
Hey, we got the talking map. Angus, you have the talking map. All eyes look at Angus.
I don't have a talking map.
He
Well,
has
you told me you had the talking
He has a
map.
compass. He has a
Let's keep
Oh.
heading in this direction, and
Oh, I thought it talked.
let's keep heading in this direction.
Well, I'll follow Angus wherever he goes.
I'm in the back.
Well,
So
as
just
we're
keep
kind
heading
of
southwest.
How can you be in the back if you have the compass? I don't understand. What's going on
I
here?
have a
He-
compass.
he has the feeling of where we need to go, but that feeling goes away when the ring is
Say Angus says.
whisper, whisper, whisper.
Don't worry, I'm not paying attention to anything important. It's fine.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Like just like that.
So,
Can't hear anything here.
so I'll walk over to Angus and just kind of, I guess, step on my tippy toes and kind of lean into him and be like, do you want us to take him outside and just wait for you out there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can just like double check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to wait for him outside. Wait for Angus outside.
Sounds good.
Once Lothar is out of viewing and hearing range, Angus will take the ring off of his horn and be like, Take 1 hit point of damage.
He just doesn't want Lothar to hear him.
God damn it. He pricks his finger and activates the ring. Just to check to see, like, again, that they're still being pulled in a certain direction, and if any other vision-y type things take place.
I love it.
Yeah, the ring begins to like unfurl itself again, levitating in your hand, spinning in its way. These circles concentrically like whipping around one another, and as you like hold it up and peer through it, looking to the southwest again, you just see the same image, right? This flickering kind of image, as though like a slideshow or a flip book or something like this, of like the entryway to like this massive kind of structure, this big stone edifice in the side of the mountain, the entry hall to the tomb of Gural Khan. And you see boulders kind of tumbled over the passage, piled at the top of this staircase, but you feel it drawing you southwest.
Angus will concentrate on the direction that it's pulling him, deactivate the ring, try to maintain kind of focus on that direction as he leaves the cave, and then once he gets out, what time of day or night is it?
It's like a few hours into night now. Like you got to sleep like kind of early afternoon.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Is that true? Because what happened was we kind of like
I thought you had said we slept through the night.
You slept through the day. You guys have been traveling days. Like you woke up in the morning.
But we also went. We didn't go to bed one night. That's the whole. We didn't go to bed during the day. We actually traveled. Remember, like last time we were supposed to rest, and usually we rest during the daytime, and then we wake up at night. So this is the first time we didn't wake up. We actually traveled through. So now we're kind of back on a normal cycle again, I think.
Okay, I thought you had like left that place in the morning. You left like the goblin place in the afternoon. You're saying you traveled through the whole night and then the day afterwards?
Maybe I'm totally wrong, but I thought
I thought you like
we
let's
ended
just
up.
let's just pick a time and we'll say that's what it is, because
I'm okay with anything.
I have it. We traveled for a couple hours after leaving the goblins, and then we got to here.
That's what I had thought happened. So I guess this was you sleeping through the night then, and it's morning now. Like you hadn't traveled for like a double lap because you would have caught exhaustion there. But it's okay, it's morning. You've woken up and it's like morning, right? It's a couple hours early into the morning.
When Angus emerges from the cave, then he will look for like trying to still keep bearing on the direction that the ring was pulling him. He'll pick like a distant landmark that he thinks will be noticeable from any height, or probably more important, depth, and just kind of plant that in his memory as kind of their next like checkpoint. Something noticeable, but preferably quite a ways off.
Yep, I mean there's a series of very like distinctive kind of peaks in that direction. So you've got yourself like a decent orientation of where you need to be going from there.
Sure.
So to that, is there any like last business here before the four of you set off?
Probably covering our tracks. If I can cover our tracks, that'd be, I don't know. I'd like to do that.
Should we cut the bridge?
You know what? That's a very interesting question. I don't think
that cutting the bridge is going to help because they have wyverns.
Lothar, how likely do you think it is that they're sending more mounted troops after us, or you think they're all airborne?
He says, we didn't have that many wargs, and we sent some of the best riders out after you the first time. It took us days to get to where you were.
What if we... I'm afraid that cutting the bridge will be too much of a sign that something had passed this way. Whereas if we fray the ropes on this end, if we have to make
so smart
retreat, we have to make a retreat, we can like shore up the bridge before recrossing it. But if anything crosses from the other side, the bridge might collapse.
Yeah, because I could cast like mending on the bridge if we have to come back this way.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good, mending would be perfect.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not from The dynasties, that's pretty ruthless. That's kind of how we think about things, but that's a very good idea.
No, Angus is very smart, Lothar.
Yes. That's true.
All right. I'll go over and start cutting some ropes.
Jeez.
Okay, let's have you make, what do you think it is? A dexterity check to see if you can, like, cut it through well enough without kind of, like, going too far.
Well, what do you say? A dexterity check, you think? Okay, can I get Erie's mechanical insight to tell me when to stop and get advantage?
Ooh.
Here,
And
you can help.
Crixus, you're trying to, like, sweep up the like, tracks leading from the bridge to the cave and stuff, right? So why don't you make a survival check, Crixus? Hulrick, you're going to make a dexterity check with
I fell.
advantage.
I make bigger tracks.
14.
I'm also thinking if the Wyvern spotted us at night. Is that true? The Wyvern spotted us at night.
No, so
Yeah,
I,
no,
I,
it's
I
not
have to say
true.
we fought the cannibal goblin, right? And it was nighttime.
Right.
Mhm. And then you slept.
No, we
Yes.
didn't.
No.
I don't sleeping. We
I-
didn't sleep.
Right.
No.
I don't.
We decided to leave.
It's morning. It's morning now. Let's just run with
Yeah.
it.
Okay, even if you didn't sleep, you guys left that place, like, during the daytime. You fought the wyverns at, like, just before dusk, before night fell.
Right.
And that's it.
Cool.
So you slept through night. It is morning. Yeah,
Right.
you didn't fight the wyvern into darkness. So you cut the ropes. You're like sawing away at them, like chipping and chopping with your axe. It's maybe a little more frayed than you had hoped. It might be more noticeable than you would have liked, but you didn't actually cut the bridge down.
Nice.
You feel pretty solid about this. It's as good as you're gonna get it.
Well, it's pretty far distance, right? I mean,
Sure,
the bridge
yeah.
is pretty long, so
30
Yeah.
feet.
we'll see how noticeable it is. All right. It is
Okay.
what it is.
So the four of you with Lothar, you're gonna start trying to like navigate through the mountains with Angus's point of reference.
Yeah, I tell everybody what our point of reference is.
Okay,
So
so
I
are
don't have
you?
an idea of distance, just direction, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, correct. So are you kind of leading? Who's making the like check to keep you guys on track here? Is it
Well,
Angus?
it's daytime, right? I mean, let Angus go for it.
Yeah, I'm in the back, but I can do it from the
Mhm.
back.
Yep, you sure can. So go ahead and
This
make
is
another.
definitely a lead from the rear kind of group.
Go ahead and make a survival check, Angus.
Oh boy.
Oh, 20!
Boy, what does that mean for the rest of the session?
Exactly.
More
So-
wyverns.
Well,
I
historically, that
Not
means
only
two
did I
wyverns
pick
just
out
died, but
Not only did I pick out the like a good landmark, it turned out the good landmark is like our destination.
So, Angus, you're able to like kind of guide the group, like steering them as they're starting to get off track. Like, no, Ulrich, like left, right.
I think like
And
like a 20 is like annoyingly good. Like the moment that Erie's like half a degree off, Angus like yells at her. Like, no! What are you doing?
Ooh, that's high.
High's good.
Oh boy.
As you guys proceed, I think that Crixus, you catch sight of the like mountain cat. It might be the same one. It might not. It's hard to say. And it seems like it's like trailing you guys for the first half of your journey, but Angus is like guiding you very efficiently. And by the time like you catch sight of it again, you guys are like kind of way high up this ledge, cresting over a peak, and like the cat like seems to be like a far. You're not even sure if that this is it. The second time you see it, it is like quite far back, something small moving at the bottom of like the mountains, and it poses no trouble to you. And so you guys press on throughout the course of the day. I'm double checking all your passive perception.
When this happens, like when I notice that the mountain lion is following us, I grab Lothar's hand and say, "Oh, the kitty is following us again."
Are you a cat fan? Did you have a lot of cats in that town?
Not a one.
So, yeah. I mean, they're kind of terrifying to me, but I rode on a giant wolf that would have eaten me if I fell off the saddle, so probably.
Well, that's why I'm holding your hand right now.
That's okay. I'll hold your hand too.
And
If
we'll
I
hold our hands together.
if
And
I
then I
hold your
swing it
hand,
back and forth, and I go, we're gonna walk to the new place.
he says, if I hold your hand when we sleep tonight, do you have to tie me up again?
That's up to everybody else. If everyone says it's fine, then I'll do what everybody else wants to do.
Kind of seemed like it was up to you last time. I might be reading it wrong.
I don't know. I listen to everybody. It's kind of funny. I go with the wind. Whatever they want to do.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's 100% true.
And so Lothar like holds your hand as you're walking. It's a little awkward. You're a bit taller than him, you know what I mean? His arm is up. You're like swinging his little
I got
arm.
long arms. It's cool. He's not that short.
No, he's tall for a halfling, especially. And so the pair
He's
of you
like
walk.
5. How tall is he? 4 foot or 5 foot?
Yeah, he's just over 4 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's like a little kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
He's like a shorty then.
Amazing.
He's
I was like,
just
Taylor,
a
you're
shorty
not
then.
that small.
That's
Okay.
Bitty bitty.
So the 5 of you hike for the day. Crixus has caught sight of like the mountain cat early in the morning with no trouble whatsoever. As you guys are kind of like reaching like the end of like a solid 8 hours worth of hiking here. Crixus, hold on a second. Let me check. Oh yeah. So
Ooh.
again, only Crixus with the 18. Something is following you. There's like some like dark shape, bigger than the mountain lion was, that seems to have been like trailing you for kind of the last hour or so of your journey. As now like evening is setting in, you've been going for about 8 hours. You weren't able to get like clear sight of exactly what it was, but it was some like long kind of shape, not ridiculously long, but like a predator. It seems like some kind of predatory animal bigger than the mountain cat.
Wow.
Something long, but not long, but definitely a predator. Okay, so I turn around.
It's a predatory like shape. It's clearly like something prowling low to the ground. It's long, but not like 20 feet long like a giant serpent. It's probably like 10 feet long. It's like dark. It's a half a mile away down the trail. You can't like put clean eyes on it to see exactly what it is.
Would you describe it as slinking?
Yes.
What does he tell us about this?
Great.
I don't know.
I turn. I kind of, when I take notice of it, I stop them. So if anyone's following too close to me, they bump into me, and I turn around very quickly because it's coming from behind. Correct?
Yeah.
I look at it and go, there's something following us, something slinking or slithering or creeping on us. And then I turn to everybody else. I say, I think we have something following us. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's the mountain lion.
From his description, would I
I
know?
turn around. Sorry, go ahead.
Very good. Like, would I know anything that he's referencing?
Do you have nature? Make a nature check, maybe.
She's
Ew.
the one with nature.
I do have nature.
The one with nature.
The wizard with nature.
I think Lothar is just like, what are we gonna do? Do we stand our ground? Should we push on?
Angus
I'd
is looking back to see if he sees something.
I'd like to deal with this before we're really in the dark.
Okay.
Something in
Erie, there's a lot of like predators up here in these mountains. Like, you're pretty confident it's not like a bear or a wandering ogre or anything like that. Like, given the description he's giving you, it's definitely something like animal-esque, but it's clearly like, it's bigger than the mountain lion from what he's saying. Like, it's hard for you to narrow it down just on the loose description, but like you're pretty sure it's not like, army troops or anything like that.
Is there snow on the ground?
Just bits, right? I think that like the day has like actually gotten warm enough and windy enough that like the drifts are kind of melting, so there's little like patches of snow here and there.
I was asked, well, if we are in a creature's like natural hunting grounds, it may have been through here before, and Angus was going to like look around for signs of something large.
Make a survival check.
That was going to be my question: is if that was a survival check or not?
Nice.
Yep.
Because I rolled 2 natural 20s before, can I just?
Can I just roll over?
Can we just push
Yeah,
that
we
forward?
just keep going.
I think those 2 natural 20s mean you definitely will not get lost. Okay, 15. Angus, as you're like from the back, you kind of take a couple of steps back away from the group and you start like scanning around the trail. And I think that in
like
fact,
looking on trees to see if there's like rubbings on the like at a certain height or branches broken at certain levels. And
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that you do, in fact, you see a tree that looks like it has this deep scoring down the sides of it. These ripping kind of like lines. And I think as you like take a few steps over towards it, like finding your footing, climbing up off the edge of this trail a little bit, you see what look like these massive kind of cat footprints in the snow at the base of the tree.
I'll point those out to Erie and see if that can assist or aid her with another nature check.
I think I'm just gonna fall back to Erie's 21. I think with this context, as like Angus like calls you over and you scope it out, you're like, oh yeah, it's Displacer Beast.
And we faced one of these before.
Well,
Have you?
which way is the wind
Yeah.
blown? Is it blowing like would it sent us, or is it blowing away?
It's like blowing down off the mountain, right? So like this thing is downwind of you, right? It like has scented you, you would think.
All right.
Yeah, we hit a Displacer Beast our first episode.
Yep.
Indeed you did. And so I
Well-
think Lothar is like, oh, Displacer Beasts. I've never had to deal with anything like that. What are we gonna do?
Deal
we got
with it.
really lucky the first time. Like we got really lucky the first time.
Well, we're a little stronger now. Got an extra person.
Weren't you telling us that they can like have poison and stuff like that? I mean, weren't we like really lucky we didn't get poisoned by those?
Or that they haunt your dreams and do damage while you sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah.
Terrible nightmares.
Am I able to tell if there's more than one? Like, not in terms of following us, but like, are there tracks of different
It's
sizes?
only tracks of one here at the tree.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's just be wary and continue on.
Yeah, maybe it'll leave us alone if we can get out of its hunting range.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
question is, you guys have like hiked for pretty much all your 8 hours, so you want to push on through the night? You want to like force
Well, here's-
march?
If we sleep for no, because what do we do for 8 hours if we don't sleep? Because there's 24 hours in a day, right?
Mhm.
So eight hours of sleep, 8 hours of marching, and then 8 hours of just standing around. We can't go for 16.
You can. You just might catch exhaustion. Is the idea?
well, if we were inside the dome when it came on us, could it harm us,
No.
Yuri?
No.
Well, can it use like magic or like mind
I
powers
don't
through the
think
dome?
so.
No.
I don't know what it can do. Don't make that face, Rich.
Spells
I'm
and
sorry.
other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it.
I mean, it can wait there, is most
Yeah.
it can do.
Yeah.
But we could see it.
Well, couldn't we wield out of it since we were in it?
Yeah,
Or-
that's true. We can do that too.
You
But I
fire
think it has
arrows
to be
at it.
physical. Can we attack magically out of it or only physically?
Can attack magically through it.
But
Um,
we could fire
think-
arrows.
Okay, we could do that.
physically. Yeah, creatures and objects within the dome when you cast the spell can move through it freely.
Mhm.
Yes.
So arrows
Oh.
with objects.
I'd like to make it chase me and then I run through the dome and it can't. That'd be fun.
Well, you have to be inside the dome.
Well, no, you start inside.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can
But
run
this
out
is-
and run back in.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can get it to chase me, and then I can run right.
Under the dome.
Sure. Yeah, let's make it mad so that it prowls around outside the dome until it goes away.
Antagonize it.
Yeah, let's definitely do that. Well,
Listen,
okay, so
it
how
works
about
for old ladies on discs. It's gotta work.
What?
She didn't look that old.
Well, they said she's been around for like 4,000 years or something, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
the
You
rumor.
do know she's old after the fact. Yes.
She's like 400. She's 400. I think.
how about we go for another hour? See if it continues to follow us. And then dome?
Yeah, what the heck?
Sure.
Okay. Are you guys going to try to lose it in this next hour, or is this more of like, let's just double time and like hustle?
Jeez, man, I don't think
You
you'll
could
lose
try
this thing.
to stealth.
I'm presenting it to you as an option. Like, if a lot of you are actively trying to like lose this thing that's trailing you, then like it would be like a skill challenge, I think. And if not, then you're just gonna like push forced march double time for an hour to try to like
Oh,
put
dude,
as
that'll
much ground
totally
as you
keep up
can.
with us. I mean, there's no way it's not going to keep up with us.
Angus, do you know any smells that would distract
That's
and or
that's what I've been thinking about for a couple minutes now.
Angus Brighthorn, the olfactory
That's it.
bard of Erkengard.
what about like a skunk smell? So, like-
Move over.
Maybe
You know.
something more appealing than us, not less.
Well, I mean, like I feel like that would cover.
Gosh. I mean, I'm not just going to assume that Angus knows what Displacer Beast pheromones smell like. I mean,
That's fair.
No, but you know what spider pheromones.
I just know the spider. Yeah, that's.
He grew
the
up in
extent.
caves. Yeah, he grew up in caves.
Maybe he's got a thing for spiders. Who knows? You know, I mean, maybe that's his
What
thing.
kind of terrain are we in now, Rich? Is it flat? Is it hilly?
It's very hilly. You're like
Very hilly.
spiking up and down over
Sweet.
like the peaks, right? You're up at the peaks, so it's all like kind of steep
I mean,
up and downs.
let's just we need to find flat ground anyway, right? Or ideally. So
Yeah.
let's look for flat ground and let's not do like I will if there's a place where the trail like are we going like kind of like is it pretty wide open like we can or is it like a narrow trail with like rocks on either side of us like
It like changes, but I think for most of this, it's like pretty wide open,
Okay.
right? You're in like this kind of open, like rock tumbles on either side of you, right? Boulders strewn about, small, twisted, stunted trees, scrub brush. Like the tree line for the most part is down beneath you, so the foliage is minimal.
I like the idea of I'll just continually cantrip skunk smells. Like, I can't remember if it's 10 or 30 feet, but whichever the max distance is,
30.
kind of behind us. And keep my eyes peeled for the displacer beast so they can always put the smell in between us and it if I'm ever able to kind of see it.
Cool.
But it's probably going to be like a, let's see, 180, or like a 145 degree arc behind us that I randomly drop it in.
Okay.
So look, if we don't act and we try to lose it and make it a skill challenge, then it's just going to be there when we wake up.
Maybe.
So-
I mean, then you're just trying to like see if you guys can outpace it, like how long you want to go. So it's up to you guys. I don't mean to infer that there's only one way to get away from it. Like either you try to like get away using speed and perseverance, or you try to get away using like your other skills, you know?
I mean,
I'm
if we
saying I don't think we try to get away. I'm hoping that it just goes away. Like it sees.
What's it gonna do? Hang out by the hut for 8 hours or something?
yes.
So what? Then we attack it from all sides. I mean, seriously, we're like
Attack
we
it
have
from
the
all
advantage.
sides.
Well, we could attack it. We could. I mean, we can exit out of the hut from all angles.
I
We've
mean,
got
if
it
we wake
surrounded.
up on time, I guess.
We've defeated one before when we were not as skilled as we are now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not too.
I'm not
Well,
gonna-
do we want to
Far.
skunk spray and try and like be kind of stealthy or no?
I don't think we need to be stealthy. I'm just trying to like
Okay.
annoy it so it goes like, gosh, like there's this family of skunks around here that I'm gonna run into.
I don't want to
jeez.
deal with this. Yeah.
Very
mean, it's-
seeming when you need it. Turns into a family of
That's a really
variously
great
sized skunks.
by the way, about the skunks. We could once we have the hut having the skunk smell. I mean, what animal hangs around skunk smell?
True.
Um, that's a rarity, unless you can't smell. I mean, that's usually how it works.
Maybe I can't. So,
Yeah.
so it sounds like you guys then you spend the next hour like hiking up the trails. Angus in the back, conjuring the aroma.
I
Of
swear it's
skunks
the cantrip. It's not
every
me.
30. Yeah, exactly.
You need to go to a doctor, Angus. Man.
You know, Lothar just like that does smell
I
pretty
know those
terrible.
minotaurs are always ruining the ozone layer jokes.
And so you guys press on for like another hour, at which point, Erie, you're just going to conjure the Dome of Protection, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a
if we find
hidden
good
spot or something?
Yeah.
We're looking for a flat spot. That's, I think, part of the incentive to keep going.
Or a cave. Another cave would be beautiful.
What is it? Okay, so you don't find a cave after an hour.
Okay.
You find like a roughly flat-ish spot, right?
And
But
yeah,
it's pretty
that's-
much open side of the mountain. Like,
That's
it's
fine.
not a cave.
I
cool.
will when I cast it, I'll make it as camouflage as I can.
Okay. So you conjure the secondary like dome of protection, and Angus is cantripping skunk scent all over the place outside as you do so. And I think that Lothar is just like, actually, yeah, no, I don't. Never mind. I think Lothar is just like, you all are really pretty fearless, huh?
Grew up in the mountains.
Not
Yeah,
our
kinda.
first slice or beast.
Well, I guess that's good then. I'm glad I'm with you all at least. All right. And so another night then passes as darkness has fallen. You guys had hiked throughout most of the daylight. It's evening, like just after dark, as you had sent, like kind of spied the displacer beast, or just before dark. So it's just after dark as you guys push up into the mountains. You conjure the Dome of Protection again. And the five of you inside just rest through the night. Is there anything else that needs to be noted here? Or no, you just sleep, you get up, it's morning, let's go.
We
Crickets
probably
steal-
should run a guard shift tonight, right?
Yeah.
If we think we're being chased by a displacer beast, like
Probably.
maybe it would walk past and see it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe
Can't
we
harm
could
us,
see
though.
it. Well,
Can't harm-
right, but it could like wait to ambush us outside
But when we wake up, we could actually see it
potentially.
potentially.
I mean,
Well, I
if-
mean, it hunts for its food. It's got to have some type of skill, you know.
yeah.
No,
So
I.
it's just
But if
no,
it loses,
you know.
if it loses visual sight of us for 8 hours, I mean, I'm not too, and there's skunk smell around, and it has no visual or smelly olfactory. Thank you. It has no visual or olfactory sense of us. I doubt it's just going to sit in one place for 8 hours.
Okay.
Erie will get up though, like early as she does, and kind of like see what's going on.
Okay.
I think sooner. Caught myself.
Oh.
That was very funny.
That was funny. That was totally.
Sunar is a different person in a different world.
Oh
I
man.
think Ulrich will sit up on his own anyway. So not
Okay.
the whole time, but for a period of time.
Okay, Ulrich stays up late, like peering through this like dome as you can from the outside, and I think that there is a point where you're like, "Oh, is that it?" Make a perception check.
Ooh.
The cantrip lasts an hour, and I can have 3 of it going simultaneously. So
alright.
I'll do that for a couple hours.
That's pretty solid.
Oh, definitely don't see anything.
Yeah, no, you don't see
Looks
nothing.
great.
No, you don't see nothing.
Nothing.
You see not a thing, and
It's
you're like,
like
"All right,
nada.
well, let me get back to bed." You know, this is great. This little
Snooze
dome.
time.
Definitely all good. I'm super safe in here, so you get to sleep. Erie, you get up in the morning. Make a perception check.
Yeah.
And
Dang it.
does Erie have like this preternatural sense of how much longer her spell will last?
I would know,
I'm,
right?
I'm assuming.
No, I don't think she does, but I think she's just like pretty on point. Like, I mean, I don't know. Does she put it in the chat? I don't think you do. I think it just comes down to the fact that you have a really high
Probably.
intelligence, and
Yeah.
so you're very like dialed in. Can you cancel the dome before it ends? That's what I need to know. Opaque from the outside, 9 creatures. Right.
I don't see what.
Remain stationary for the duration.
I don't think you have some like, like magical time sense that's tethered to the dome.
Right.
Hey, Nate Crawler, thank you.
Nate.
I don't think you have some like magical sense that's tethered to the dome. It's not like you're like holding concentration on it and you can just like shut it off. I think you're very smart. I think that you're able to like measure time much more efficiently than your non-wizardly companions, because time is very like important and precise to a lot of this magic, right? So you've got like a pretty good idea of when it's going to end, right? You're not like flying blind here that you wake up like, oh, we're good,
Yeah, right.
But Eerie, as you wake up in the morning, can you hear through it? Shh.
Good question. You could see through it.
Huh.
Wow.
Doesn't say. Right, doesn't it?
I think that it's not necessarily like, I'm going to give it to you. I think you hear in the morning as you're like studying, you're figuring out, you're preparing your spells for the day, flipping through the pages of the book, and I think you hear this like echoing like,
Ah, nice.
from like kind of like far away, right? It's not like right on top of the thing. It's not right here near the dome, but like you hear this like cat scream in the early hours of the dawn.
Okay.
And so yeah, your friends and Lothar slowly wake up one after another.
Yeah, once they're all awake, I will let them know that I definitely heard something.
Can
Not
I-
close, but
Can I heal my hit point?
You sure do. You heal your hit point worth of damage. Absolutely.
I watch as the wound on my finger closes up.
And with that, the 4 of you in the morning eating like the dried rations, drinking the water that you refilled your skins with at Grandma's Gorge. Lothar, quiet, having learned his place. You'll start off again, right? Angus, you could see these 3 peaks that you've been like orienting yourself towards, like growing closer and closer and closer. Crixus, you see something in the sky.
man.
Far away from you. 1 mile, 2 miles. You definitely catch sight of it before. It's not like coming towards you or anything, but you see like it looks almost like a flock of birds. And then you're like, those are not birds. You've seen too many of these. Those are wyverns. There's 4 of them flying in a pack.
I tell everybody we need to find cover. There are
Yeah, is
weavers
there
up in the
cover?
sky.
We're in.
There's cover all over the place. There's boulders and scrub brush and rock. So you guys gonna dive for cover?
Dive.
You could cast the spell
A
again.
mile. I mean, is that really? How far can a wyvern see?
What's this get cover?
Far.
Oh,
says
Yeah,
Lothar.
we
Far.
should get cover.
Can't
Yeah.
you cast the spell again, Yuri?
It's Crabine from Dunland. No, I don't think I should cast it again. Like a dome of like opaque color might give us away.
I thought you could. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's like.
I mean,
know,
it'll just look
it-
like another rock, right?
Lothar dives to the ground to hide and does a terrible job.
Great
Anybody else
Lothar.
think there's a ghost in Mike's display?
Hey, Rich, what I want to do is find a boulder and like kind
Mm-hmm.
of mold the earth by it so we can like build like a trench or something.
Nice.
Okay.
Like duck underneath it, have even more cover.
Real quickly, we see
I'm
Crixus
gonna
like you move your
pretend-
hands.
Pretend to
Yeah, I'm gonna
graze.
find cover.
Pretend to graze. Is that what you just said?
That is what he said. Yeah.
He gets on all fours.
Angus like drops to his elbows and
way.
starts like, holy crap! What just happened here? An anonymous gifter just gave everybody subs. I gotta get alerts set up in this channel. Anonymous gifter Thank you. That's really like awesomely flattering. And now I see a bunch of people that are hanging out in here and are awesome. Hello, friends. Lothar dives to the ground next to a rock and is like pulls his cloak over his back, but there's like snow on the cloak, like he's really not hidden well. Crixus, you like scoop with a claw in the air and you see this bunch of like scree and kind of dirt heave up underneath the base of this boulder, creating a bit of a trench that's like 5 feet by 5 feet. It's big enough at least for like one of your friends to dive and hide in. The rest of you guys, what are you doing?
I'm just seeking cover behind a boulder.
Make a stealth check.
Do I see Lothar like failing at being stealthy?
I don't think so. You do, yes. I think you do, yes. But you have a choice. Like, are you going to try to hide right now, or you want to deal with Lothar?
Because I'm hiding behind the boulder, and do I get like an advantage or something?
Yeah, you can make a stealth check with advantage. Go for it, Crixus. Eerie, what do you want to do? You want to try to deal with Lothar or hide?
I mean, can I like take my cloak and kind of like go near him to try and help like block us both?
Sure, you race over to Lothar and try to hide with him. Make a stealth check. Yeah,
Okay.
You like whip your cloak over him and you're like
Wizard,
crouched
what am
down
I
next to the
doing?
rock. Crixus, I got you. Angus, what are you doing?
Why don't we just light a fire?
Yeah, really. Let's just
better
start
odds.
waving. Hey, we're over here. Jeez.
Angus, what are you doing?
Idiots on a mountain.
None of us are stealthy.
I am pretending to graze.
Oh, you are. You do. You drop down, crouching like you know, like.
I take my brown cloak, tie it around my waist, get on all fours, and put my head down and pretend I'm paddle.
Make a deception check.
Nobody try to milk him, please.
Nobody try to milk him. Make a deception check, Angus.
They're so distracted by Angus. Yes, Angus. Oh my god.
Deception is, I forgot, one of my best skills.
Oh
Nice.
my.
You're so convincing they're gonna fly in here and try to eat you.
Yeah, really. And that's how we lost
Don't
Angus.
wyverns pick up cows and eat them? That's
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Well,
And
now we know it's
What are
effective.
we doing? What are we?
Oh wow.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Oh
Okay.
I
my.
love it.
Well, they're a mile away. That's gonna take a while.
Listen, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. This blaster piece will kill
I mean,
us
at
all
this
for the
point,
live.
they're like a
Displacer
I
beast will
lift
kill
I
us
lift my
all.
head up to stop grazing, and I'm staring face to face with
hiding.
Displacer beast.
Yeah. Really. Oh my god.
Perfect timing.
Displacer beast is like, what the hell are these guys?
Really
These idiots.
is.
The lot of you, like fumbling around. Crix is tucked down in under this boulder. Angus, like, you know, his face down in near this bush. The wyverns.
He hasn't seen cows before, but this is his impression of a Rothe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's priceless.
The wyverns seem to be like coming like the direction of you guys, right? I think we see a lot of you like crouched and kind of peering back at them. They're sort of flying towards you, and it's at this stage that you see a second shape like drop in from up higher above them, kind of gaining size as it comes, moving much faster than they are, and you hear this like sound echo across the mountaintops, cut with the wind, carried past all of you, as like this thing twice the size of any of the wyverns, glimmering blue, like shining sapphire itself, reflecting the light of the sun, zooms down in over the pass of them, dropping underneath and then pulling back up, and somehow serendipitously the whole like kind of flock of these wyverns, led by what's clearly a blue dragon, with you can just make out the silhouette of a rider in this kind of big ornate saddle on its back.
Oh my god.
They bend and kind of drop down over a ridge past you, and I think it's a few heartbeats after that you hear this like explosion of thunder echoing, pealing off the cliffs itself. And then I think you hear the faint screams and the clash of battle in the distance. And Lothar is like, by Virago's own grace, I can't believe that they didn't see us. That was Melkanen. That was Melkanen. And the Razor Wing, the dragon that they brought with us. They're after somebody. That's the only reason that they didn't come for us right now. We need to run. We need to get out of here. And I think in the distance, in the wind, you guys hear like the sound of like steel clashing on steel.
Well,
Like
he doesn't have to
cries
say
of
that twice for
wyverns.
us to get up and run, right?
Yeah.
We
Where-
start running
So here's
Where-
my question: where are
Double
you gonna
time.
run?
Where
Where
are
do
we
you want to
running
run?
to?
wherever Angus leads us from behind.
Is the sounds of battle in the direction that we need to go?
Mm-hmm.
I think that we
just over this ridge. You think the tomb of Gural Khan might be like another half a day or a day's travel, but it's that direction. Like you're on kind of the three peaks that Angus has been steering a lot of you towards this whole time. So the question becomes, where do you want to run?
so okay. Is there like a peak or a tree or something that
Yeah,
would
there's
like
trees.
look
There's some
look
scrubby
over?
trees. Yep, sure.
All right, so Denon, yeah, I shoot
Denon!
Denon out.
Denon,
Denon, go. Go.
Denon, the
Can-
oft overlooked sixth member
Yes.
of the survivors of Erkengard. So Eerie suddenly like reaches into her like overblown brown sweater, and we see this tiny squirrel that actually looks like a chipmunk because that's what ground squirrels look like on her hand. And Denon like stands up on his back feet, tail flicking.
Go.
What's he?
And so he leaps like off your hand, like bounding, right? He's like leaping from boulder to boulder to boulder, and he hits this tree and like scurries up to like the peak of these tree branches, higher than any of you can go. And Lothar's like, has she been carrying that thing the whole time? I'm kind of surprised he didn't have to eat it yet. What are you
tried.
doing, Eerie?
So yeah, I like
There.
I look at Lothar and I'm like, don't let me fall over, and I sit down and like grab his shoulder, and I go,
Is she dead? What's going on?
If you let her
Lothar
fall over, she'll eat you. Don't move. Hold her up.
All of you people are sick cannibals. And meanwhile, as Eerie's eyes close, the like screen fades to back and flashes forward, and it's the tiny eyes of Denon that we look through now as he climbs up to the highest branch, the wind kind of bobbing him right on the edge of like what amounts to like this tiny twig, and through the sight of Denon, Eerie, it's happening again. You peer down over the ridge, and you see two of the wyverns appear to have landed, and there are blue armored soldiers leaping off of them, and they appear to have surrounded some group of people. It's really hard to make out the details of this, as it's relatively far away, but they seem short, they seem bearded. There's like screaming and yelling in the distance. Make a
How-
perception check.
yes. How far are they?
Like a quarter mile over the ridge.
I think I can send Denon like 100 feet. I'm not.
You can.
That's a ton, but
That's not a quarter mile, but
no, it's not. Yeah. Denon.
you just make your perception check if you're looking through his eyes, right?
Oh yes.
Yes, you get to use your
Yeah.
senses with
Not
his
the-
enhanced senses. Yep.
Wonderful, but hey, it's not too bad.
They're dwarves. They're dwarves. 13 of them, and they appear to be surrounded by like this cadre of soldiers. Two of the wyverns have like leapt off the ground and begin like flying a little bit further away, but like you hear like the dim yelling in the wind, the sounds of steel on steel battle breaking forth, and the dwarves are like, looks like they're scurrying through these kind of like chasms, this ravines that are there, the soldiers like racing after them.
How many dwarves are there?
13
13.
dwarves.
There are 13 dwarves.
13 dwarves.
Okay.
13 dwarves.
Almost twice
Yeah,
as
this
many
is
as you
the-
need.
And those
The
pine
company
trees.
of Thorn, Oak, and Shield.
Those funny
Oh,
little birds.
I was going
Oh.
the Snow White route.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I don't even think of those dwarves. Those are the poor bastardized dwarves of my imagination now. Those guys are much more like gnomes, let's be honest.
True.
The one doesn't even have a beard. My word.
Okay, so I like kind of I tell Denon to come back and I snap back out of it.
And Lothar's like, huh? Are you okay?
Guys, there are dwarves, 13 of them, and they're being attacked.
That sounds like just as many as we need to get the hell out of here. He like turns looking for the rest of the issues.
How many soldiers?
The 4 wyverns, right? And then
Yeah, 4 wyverns. There were at least 2 soldiers on each of them. The dragon seemed to be like circling over. And actually, I should have pointed this out, but on the back of the dragon, a hulking minotaur that you've seen before when
Yeah.
Erkengard burned.
this is the
Or was it a cow?
the first dragoon. Is
The first dragoon,
that correct? Okay.
Melkanen.
Okay.
Well,
I hate to say it, but should we help him? Like, we can't just.
yep. Sorry, what
I
do you
don't know.
what do you hate to say?
That,
I just don't
I
know
don't
what we
hate-
could do that wouldn't be certain death. And just like handing Crixus right to them.
Oh, that's the roll high. That's what we could do.
Wait, the Minotaur is riding a dragon?
I'm not doing it. Crixus, don't ask me to.
Dragon pheromones. I think that Crixus, as your friends are talking, you hear a voice in the back of your mind. Well, boy, you've never seen a boat, so it's not a fair question. But when a boat capsizes, and you grab your drowning friend, and they grab you, who is saving who?
Angus starts marching up the hill.
towards the.
Combat.
I mean, I don't think we have any other choice. Can't just let them die.
I look at Hulric. Does Hulric have any expression as Angus like just troops off?
Just quiet resolve. I follow him.
I guess I jump on Angus's back.
Oh gosh!
Angus, you hear the footsteps as like
Charge!
Crixus comes like racing up and jumps onto your back.
Get off me, Crixus.
Crixus, can't you change your appearance? Didn't I see you do that?
Oh yes.
You should change what you look like,
Oh okay. Sure.
so that way
What
they
should I
don't
change?
recognize you.
What do you change into?
I could turn into how
How
about
like-
a dwarf?
dwarf?
How about a dwarf?
Yeah, like a tall dwarf.
Yes.
I don't have to be a tall dwarf. Well, I'll try. Hold on a second.
And so Crixus, you see Crixus's body like growing like wider, shrinking, right? The like beard sprouting out from his face. And so as you like stoically head up the hill, Hulric, Angus, like and Crixus standing up there with Eerie, like at the top of the kind of ridge. You guys like turn and look back, and Lothar is like standing there, you know, where you guys all were. And he's like, Am I
Yep.
really? There's There's a lot of them. They'll probably recognize me.
Hood up.
Right.
Hood up.
We can't all do that. He points at Crixus and like pulls the hood up over his head like, I'm gonna die again. And so he walks up to the top of the ridge. As you guys look down, you see like this crazy melee spread out, like down the ridge in front of you. It appears that two of the wyverns and like the dragon have like taken off and are flying away from the fight, as two of the wyverns are like diving in, swooping at these dwarves, and the soldiers are kind of spreading out through almost like this spider web of like ravines. Dwarves like running, and you see them like clash and separate, and there's this bit of a chase going on. So what do you guys want to do? You just go racing down towards it?
Are we within range of the wyverns with bows?
No, not yet. You're still like well over 1,000 feet. So your bow's, I think, at like 600 feet.
Right? Is it 320? Or maybe that's a crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll start moving down. Bow out.
I Eerie cast mage armor on herself.
Before
Good
we head
choice.
down, Angus turns to the group and says to them, reiterates what it means to be a hero, and that dwarves amongst all races have the longest memories. He doesn't stop to fact check that.
No, why wouldn't
And that when we emerge victorious from this battle, that all of our tales and deeds will live on, whether or not we do. And so he spends a minute doing this, and he casts motivational speech on the crowd.
Motivational speech incoming.
Nice. 5.
So
Ooh,
for now,
advantage on-
you've got 5 temporary hit points and an advantage on saving throws, and you get advantage after you are first on an attack after you're first struck, assuming that. And then I'm assuming, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
The dwarven inspiration is very powerful, as Angus's motivational speech fills you all with hope and health and vigor. You start like racing down the hill. It's a mountain, so Lothar like on your heels, a lot of you like running. Crixus in this dwarven form like plowing along like next to you guys. The way like the ground is kind of falling and rising, you lose sight of them for a like good time. As you come down over the ridge, you find yourself in a bit of a gullet that you're like following around, heading towards it. You like break out and are racing further down. The sounds of like battle growing louder and louder. The clashes, the yells, you hear like curses cried in dwarven. The wyverns like screaming and like yelling. You see the 2 wyverns with the blue dragon like fly up over the ridge on the far side of the valley and kind of like vanish behind it out of sight, seemingly not here for this time,
Taking
as it
a nap.
were.
Yeah.
So I think that you're able to, you come back in sight of them within like about 150 feet. The question is, are you gonna like open up? Like you can see you're coming down kind of from the side. And then-
150, say.
Yep. And then there's all these kind of like ravines down beneath the ridge that you're kind of running on. And you notice that there's like actually a fallen tree. The snow, like the hill is kind of like the mountain is kind of throwing its shadow this way. So there's a bit more snow clustered down here than there was higher up, ironically. And yeah, you can see like a lot of them from like 150 feet away as you're kind of moving in towards them. Is there anything that happens, or are you guys closing in?
All right. Oh, go
I'll
ahead.
move and shoot. I mean, I would definitely be shooting at wyverns.
Yeah, where are they, like, close together at all?
They're like spread out all over in like these separate kind of webbed out ravines. They seem to be like fighting in clusters. You're seeing like knots of like 3 and 4 dwarves like standing together facing like 2 or 3 of the soldiers on top of them. And the one wyvern is like swooping around in the air. The other one has like dropped down into one of the ravines and
Are
like
they
out
within
of sight.
40 feet of each other?
No. No.
Okay.
If you tell me I can take a shot, I will. I
Okay.
would definitely be taking a shot.
Go for it. You're going to take a shot. Hey, you know what? Let's have you click your tokens and roll initiative right here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So but they're like flying around a bunch, right?
The one is like seemingly like diving in and out. The second one has like dropped down in on top of like one of the fights out of sight for a moment.
Okay.
Okay, I see all you guys. So, Hallrick, you're going to shoot. Go for it. What's your range? What are you using, the short bow?
Short bow.
So I think that this is actually long range for you.
Well, you said 150. Well, I guess anything over 80 is long range?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
320 is the max distance.
Okay. So 18 and 25? Or 15 and 18. It's disadvantage because of the range?
Correct.
Okay.
So 15 and 18, you're aiming like for the wyvern itself. Hit and hit, both hit. Roll damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. That'll work.
What'd you get?
18 total?
Cool. Yep. So you like punch 2 arrows into it, and I think it's at this point the wyvern's like, and the rider's like head snaps, and he yanks on the reins. It turns and comes like wheeling hard at you
Nice.
guys. It's gonna move. It's gonna use its action to dash. That puts it like right in range of you. It is flying like legit like 10 feet over the air above you guys as it comes like hurtling in. Eerie, you're up next.
So how close did it get to us then?
It's like 10 feet above you.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
All right. Well, crap. Okay.
Just kill it, Eerie. Just kill it.
I'll try, I guess.
Crap, she says. Lothar's like, what do you mean, crap? You're the one who told us to come down here.
I point up and I cast Shatter. 10-foot radius
Shatter.
sphere on the
Mhm.
2 of them, the rider
Mhm.
and the wyvern.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I can't believe I forgot Lothar's freaking initiative. What a jerk.
Oh, okay, this initiative. Whoo! I was like 19 save. Damn.
Okay. Shatter on both of them. What's the save?
Con.
Dex? Con.
Oh, okay.
And
I asked for that.
You did.
Die, right?
I asked
you
for
did literally say, please roll a save, so I did it. They unfortunately both make their saving throws. What's the damage?
that. Half of 17, which is a number.
Rounded
Math.
down. It's 8.
Thank you.
Your D&D math is on point.
It's
Fear
really
not.
bad.
These guys, like, they're like this shattering explosion pops in the air above you. You hear the wyvern like, and the guy on their back is like, he's screaming back to the others like, more dwarves over here. Eerie, that's your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
No, so I'll stay.
Ooh, you
Okay.
guys just got called dwarves.
Yeah, really. I'm not a dwarf.
Lothar holding his action until they closed within range. He's going to fire as the Eerie casts 2 arrows surge off his short bow, one of which plunges into the wyvern for some kind of damage. 3, yeah, that's something. Angus, you're up.
So just making sure that the wyvern who's attacking us, there is a rider on it.
Yes, yep.
I am going to cast Phantasmal Force on
buddy.
the wyvern. It
Nice.
must make an I think it's an intelligence check. Yeah, intelligence
Yep,
saving throw.
intelligence save. On the rider, you say.
No, on the wyvern.
On the wyvern, you say.
Good job.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh.
it fails. What happens, Angus?
It's convinced that a young gold dragon is attacking it.
It's horrified. Okay, you've crafted an illusion. You've placed it in the mind of this thing. It believes that this gold dragon is attacking it. While affected by the spell, it treats the phantasm as if it were real. It rationalizes any illogical outcome. It's so convinced that it can even take damage.
On my turn.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it doesn't happen this round.
Okay. Each round, you can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target. You're now holding concentration on this. Crixus, you're up on 5.
Oh, I guess I am.
Or bonus action, anything else, Angus?
Oh. Why not?
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to, as a bonus action, use Bardic Inspiration on Crixus.
Nice. Crixus, you're inspired. What do you say?
I go,
Ho, ho, ho.
Crixus,
I'm a
in
dwarf.
the house. You got this. Then he puts his war horn up to his lips and he's like,
Yeah!
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
so you have Bardic Inspiration and technically or Combat Inspiration. And it's a D8 now?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
D8.
Indeed. Crixus, you're up. You're inspired.
Cool.
Wyvern-
I'm
the
casting
wyvern is like,
this.
What is this?
Spirit dragons. I call forth spirits to protect me, and they flit around me around 15 feet for the duration.
So we see these spiritual dragons, turquoise and like bronze and copper, flashing around you in this kind of swarm.
Can I actually make them something else? Would that be okay?
Of course it would. I'm just waiting for you to tell me.
Oh, okay. Can I make them dust devils?
Sure. Yeah. Dust devils are now flurling and swirling all around you. And then what happens?
What happens is that they spin up a lot of dust and dirt, and I wait for anything to might approach me. And I move.
Okay.
I'm moving closer to the battle scene.
The
Or,
wyvern is like only like 10 feet above you right now. Like it's right there.
Oh, then it hits me. Then I hit it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's 15 feet. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I didn't realize it was 10 feet.
Mhm.
Then I guess it's got to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. And the rider, it's everybody, right?
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah. You go, wyvern. The rider, however, is in trouble. So what happens?
Well, hold on one second.
As these dust devils are whirling around you, snow kicking up around your feet, right? Pebbles like kind of rolling over these spiritual like dust devils whirling everywhere. 10 radiant damage for the rider, half damage for the wyvern.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool. The wyvern like it seems like very consumed with something
Rich.
else.
In
Yes.
addition, if just to be like to clarify, I designate my party not to be affected by the dust devils.
Including Lothar? No, just kidding.
Yeah, he's not included.
He's slinging arrows on our side.
Hulric, you're up on 24.
You know, so the wyvern seems preoccupied. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All
Yep.
right. So I'm gonna take 2 shots for the rider.
You guys could all move too, like Crixus, I guess. Did you hold your ground or did you continue running down towards the battle site?
I'm running toward the battle site. As
I would imagine we're still
Okay.
moving.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I would turn back and shoot at the rider.
At the rider, 19, 17, both hit. 4, 7, and 8 piercing damage. 2 arrows, like they both like hammer into this guy is not small like Lothar was. It looks like a human or elven-sized person on the back of this wyvern strapped into this elaborate saddle, right? It like he seems to be like he's got a bow in one hand, but he's like wrenching and pulling at the reins as the wyvern is not moving the way he wants it to. You fire 2 arrows into him and go like racing past, charging down the hill. That's another 25 feet. Ulrich, that's your turn. Lothar is like, I'm going with him, and he proceeds to shoot. Like, I can't believe I hate these wyverns. I always wanted to shoot one. The first arrow like deflects off of its scales, and then he pulls the bow back, and like twang, the bowstring breaks, and he's like, damn it! He starts like smashing the bow on the ground. Like, they don't even make good bows up here. I don't believe. And like turns and takes off racing after Ulrich. The wyvern's up on 17. Remind me now, Kurt. It's like interacting with this thing. It's going to try to attack. Does it make another intelligence save?
No, it only makes another intelligence save if it is using its action to examine the phantasm.
Okay, so it includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli also evident. So I think that the wyvern is like, it looks like its like tail is thrashing, it's snapping and biting at something that like none of you can see in the air. Meanwhile, the veteran is like, God damn it! He's got a crossbow, not a short bow, my mistake. And at this point, he like wheels around, pointing the crossbow at the back of Ulrich, who's like racing away, and he fires. It's loading, so he cannot reload. Does that hit you? No dice, right? 10 misses badly. Ulrich, you're like, just step out of the way as the bolt like thunks into the dirt at your feet. Eerie, you're up on 14.
Yes. I feel like I had a question and I don't remember what it was. So never mind, I guess. I will do shatter again.
At both of them, at the
Yeah.
wyvern and the rider up in the air. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Con save. Wyvern, rider.
Good.
That's a critical one.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, 13.
This second shattering explosion roils off through the air. The wyvern like totally consumed with this thing that's not there. The soldier like, Virago! Ah! He's like yelling and like screaming, pulling at the reins as like he's fumbling with the free hand, trying to load the crossbow with one hand very ineffectively. Eerie, are you like racing after your friends? You're still moving? Okay, Angus, you're up on 10.
The wyvern takes 5 points of psychic damage from the young gold dragon. How far off the ground are they?
Only like 15 feet. That's what I'm saying. They're like just above you, right? The wind is like whoosh, whoosh, this huge surges.
That's not melee.
Nope, not quite.
I will fire an arrow at the. I'm not running down. Well, I'll move. I guess I'll move 30 feet down the mountain. That still gives. That still has me within range of the rider, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'll move down the hill, turn around, and fire my short bow at the rider.
Okay, go for it. 17 hits.
5 points of piercing damage.
Got it. This arrow like catches him like up in the face, right? You see his helmet like tumble off as the arrow like lances across his cheek. He like screams in pain. He seems pretty effed up, but he's like got bigger problems at this point than you guys. He's just trying to reel in this mount, which is completely out of control. Angus, you're like moving after your friends, so you're there with like Ulrich, Lothar, Crixus, Eerie, just a little bit behind. That's your action. Bonus action. Anything else?
Done.
Okay, Crixus.
Um, I moved about 30 feet away, so the the Wyvern rider behind me, I'm going to hit him with a Sacred Flame.
Nice, sick. Deck save, I believe, right? What's the Sacred Flame look like, Crixus?
It's a purple like fuzzy balls that like shoot out.
These like tribbles, purple fuzzy tribble comes like hammering out of the air, pummeling into this guy. 7 points of damage. Yeah, you see him like his arms like covering his face. The crossbow falls out of his hand, smashing onto the ground below, and he just like slumps back. He slumps back in the saddle, like no longer fighting with the reins. Right.
Nice.
That is pretty nice. With that, Halric, you're up. The Wyvern way behind you at this point. What do you want to do? You've now like moved 50 feet down. You're about 100 feet away from the rest of this fight, give or take.
So am I still within normal range of the Wyvern that we were?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like yell to everybody. I'd imagine we're all kind of staying close together. Like we're not like. So I'm just gonna like yell out loud, like, "Let's take down the Wyvern before we move on." And I'm just gonna fire 2 more shots at the Wyvern.
Okay, you got it.
17, 20.
You stop and wheel firing again. That's a hit and a hit. Roll damage.
Nice.
For 10 and 8 is another 18.
Nice.
Man, you
Nice.
neutered this thing pretty bad. Got it. That brings us to our boy, Lothar. Lothar has no short bow. He's like, son of a... he stops looking
Can I yell
back.
to him, "Take the crossbow off my belt"?
Oh, shit, yeah! And he, like, grabs the crossbow, like, I hope those goblins didn't build this thing! Toonk! And fires. I'm just going to use the short bow. It's actually not quite the same damage. I'll tweak it here. 12 misses. Buzzkill. It's loading. He can't take his second shot. That's Lothar. Wyvern goes. The Wyvern at this point, I'm going to give that, like, it's interacting with the object, investigating it. Because it's, like, spent a round fighting it, right?
Wait,
So
Kurt's mute. Then
My understanding is that it has to actively investigate it, that attacking it, the phantom responds as if it's being attacked. But it's your call.
it's like an action to investigate.
While the target's affected by the spell, it treats the phantasm as if it were real. It rationalizes any illogical outcome. Right. All right, yeah, I'll give it to you. You know what? It really is, like, pretty formidable. Maybe too formidable. But I'll give it to you. It's, like, a really dumb friggin' Wyvern. The rider, like, doesn't know any better about what the hell is happening here. And so the Wyvern is just, like, helplessly, like, flying in this kind of circle, battling a thing that's not there. Eerie, you're up on 14.
I remembered what I was gonna do last turn, and it was yell at Lothar.
Of course it
That's what
was.
she was
Why are you
gonna
going to yell at Lothar? What are you going to say to Lothar?
She was gonna be like, "Pull yourself together."
I'm
Freaking out.
pulled. These weapons are trash. I can only do so much with shoddy equipment.
Oh man. She'll cast Firebolt at the Wyvern.
Go for it.
21.13.
Wow, that's good.
Nice.
That
19.
hits. That hits.
7.
Firebolt
Seven.
surging off the top of Erie's brass-bound staff, like hammers into the Wyvern that like roars. Okay, that's your
And
action.
I'll keep moving because
Okay.
I'm still within range of it if I
Mhm.
go another 25 feet.
Angus, you're up on 10.
2 points of psychic damage to the Wyvern.
What's the range here? At what point does it get out range? Sure, it doesn't matter, right?
I
Like
looked-
you just
I read that it doesn't. It's there's nothing in there that indicates that if I move out of a certain range, it's
just was the initial range, and you have like Jedi mind effed him, so he's screwed. Okay, Angus, that's your action, movement bonus action.
No, that wasn't my action. That's the 2 points of damage that happens at the beginning of each of its turns.
Okay.
My action, I will fire a bow at the wyvern.
Go for it.
Actually, I'll fire an arrow.
Yeah, you might as
Yeah,
well.
that's.
You might as well.
Neat trick.
And I will miss.
11 is a miss, unfortunately. That's your action, bonus action, movement, anything else?
Nope.
Crixus.
I'm going to do from that wyvern again. I'm going to cast my purple secret fuzzy flames.
Fuzzy flames. That's a critical one.
Whoa,
It takes another 4 points of radiant damage.
Terrible. Well, at least it's taking damage.
Shot Lothar.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Okay, Crixus, that was your movement. Bonus action, anything like that, or your action?
Actually,
Bonus?
I didn't move.
Mm-hmm.
I will move to another 30 feet, so I'll be around 60 feet away from, like, maybe I'll be like 55 or 55 feet away or whatever, if you want to be like,
Okay.
I don't want all my movement because I want to stay within range of this wyvern.
Got it. We come around to the top of the round. Ulrich, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move with Crixus, but I don't want to exceed my range,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't want to go in the long range.
Mm-hmm.
And again, same thing. Wyvern, 2 shots.
So you're out in front. You're only about 75 feet away, so you're still in range. 21, 8. I think that the bowstring breaks on your bow on the second shot. That's a total real problem. 25, 5. That hits for 5 points of piercing damage. The wyvern looks like badly injured at this point. Your short bow's incapacitated. Lothar's like, you see? He's holding the crossbow. Like, you're gonna want this back, huh? And like he like turns to wheel. At this point, the fight is much louder beneath you. Lothar goes with the crossbow.
Come on, Lothar.
16.
Yes.
That's a hit.
Hey.
Tell me you
10 points of piercing
points of
damage.
damage.
With that, Lothar's like, tunk. The bolt surges up. It hits the wyvern in one of its eyes, like, and like the thing starts like wheeling and spinning through the sky before it tumbles crashing into the ground. And I think we see Lothar look at you, Ulrich, like, don't even ask me to give this back to you. Like, he turns,
I just look at him and go, tell me that didn't feel good.
I've always hated those things. Always hated them. And with that, he like turns, charging forward.
Nice.
Nice.
So, with that, my friends, give me 1 second. Oh my
20. Are we rolling initiative?
Oh my god. With that, you guys come charging forward a little bit more. That was on Lothar's turn.
That's awesome.
Hold on 1 second while we involve our friends in the shenanigans here.
Gosh, I wonder who the leader is.
It's hard to tell, isn't it? There is this like mad melee happening out in front of you. You guys see these ravines kind of spread out everywhere, as it were, out here. Dwarves are like squared up battling with these soldiers. The one wyvern is like down in the gulch with the rider on its back. These two are kind of standing on this ridgeline up here, shooting down in. Whoa. Who just vanished?
I did. I moved
why?
to the south because I'm not with the group.
Okay, I'm just gonna put you here for now so I can keep track of you on the map. But like, how far away from you? 30 feet.
Sorry.
You're what?
I didn't move myself off the map. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh no, it's cool. I just want to be able to see. So how far away are you? You've not been running down at all. You're
Just
still...
the first round. I'm about 40 feet from the wyvern.
Okay. So I'll put you back here. I'll move these guys up a little bit more. Ulrich, actually, Crixus, you're moving at the same speed as everybody else because you're in dwarf legs. With that, Sure. With that, Eerie, you're up on 14. What do you want to do?
I am going to.
We disappeared from the initiative order, Rich. You need us to.
Oh no.
I still have you on the initiative order. It's just because I put you on a new map, so don't worry about it. I will track if that's okay, and then I'll fix it for next time. Is that all right?
Whatever you want.
Sorry, I have to load back
Eerie.
in Roll20. I accidentally closed it.
Oh, Eerie. Party
Yeah,
foul.
I did the thing. I did the
Party
thing.
foul.
Okay.
Eerie is up now. Angus is on deck. Crixus next after that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Listen, I'm a giving person. If it's easier for you, Rich, we can just start it all over again and go to the top of the graph.
The whole
Yeah,
adventure,
no.
you mean? Oh,
No.
okay.
Start over the entire adventure.
We could roll initiative again because we entered a new scene, right?
No, it's definitely the same scene.
Still the same scene. Sorry.
All right.
okay.
So
I got a
what
nat
I am
20.
what I am trying to do is, do I see like these guys here
Mm-hmm.
and this guy? Do I see the wyvern?
You see the wyvern off the edge of the cliff? Yeah, I think you're able to see it because it's like tall and looming over the dwarves. Yeah.
All right. So is there a way that I can catch those two, the wyvern and its rider, in a fireball without hitting the dwarf?
Oh, yeah. Without hitting the dwarves?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think one.
Can I maneuver it?
What's your distance on your fireball? It's 30-foot radius, right? Or 20-foot radius?
It's 20-foot radius,
Oof.
centered on a point that I choose.
Right. You're not going to be at, well, I guess technically. Hold on. I have to clarify.
Get these guys too, right?
Well, it depends who you want to try to hit, Taylor.
I don't want to hit any dwarves.
Actually,
Like,
Sure.
I if I can get as many enemies in it as I can without hitting dwarves, that
Right.
would
I mean,
be
that's
great.
it.
Oh my gosh, the map is looking like an SAT problem.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
is
think
the
so.
wyvern like taller than?
Well, wait a minute. Actually, you can.
Yeah, you can get a ton of these guys. Like, you
Yeah.
can't hit all of them. If you center the fireball there, you will hit the wyvern, the rider, one of that pair over there, both these two idiots. You will hit this dwarf. That's problematic.
That's collateral damage.
Listen, this is the first time you're ever, or it's the second time you're casting a fireball. You got to make a call here. Like, you don't have time to do geometry like mortars in World War II. Like, you got to make a call. You could hit a bunch of them right here, but you might catch a dwarf. You know.
All right, I guess like seeing the problem, seeing that I'm just gonna go for it. I yell, "Dwarves, get down!" I cast.
Oh, whoosh.
And so you cast
Oh,
fireball.
35.
Holy crap! Let me roll a ton of saving throws right here.
Sorry.
Okay. No problem. So let's start
sick.
with the most important one, right? That guy, his rider.
Boom.
One of the two guys up here on the
Boom.
cliff. Let's go with these
Ooh.
two knuckleheads fighting those dwarves.
Boom. Boom.
Let me track all this before I get done. So this third guy up on the cliff is good. What was the damage, Erie?
35.
5. That's awesome.
Well, let's get at least one dwarf in there. Can't make an omelet without breaking a few dwarves, right?
These guys.
Raise
will
it
something like that.
fail. Do you say that?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Battle cry.
I like that you have a battle cry now. By the razor with a ruler. Good God. Oh. I actually didn't roll that. Idiot. Saving throw. Last one. Oh, yeah. That's not great.
Fine.
Right. And then our homie, the dwarf over here.
Come on, man. With advantage, because I warned him.
Advantage, because you warned him. The dwarf, like, boom! He's
Sorry.
thrown
He's
into...
hit.
He's thrown back into the rocks, like, armor like shattering, cracking around him. This guy right here only took 17. Okay,
My
cool.
OCD is okay that there were no longer 13 dwarves.
No. Oh, no.
Hey,
Poor guy. I feel so bad now. Crixus, please help him. Somebody
Eerie,
help
that
him.
was your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
I guess I'll kind of like step up a little bit, like over here.
Okay, you come racing up to the edge of this thing. Angus, you're up.
Oh, I totally killed him. Oh no.
That's awesome.
The wyvern takes 5 points of psychic damage.
Got it. It's dead.
How high up was it?
Mhm.
There's still a rider on it, right?
Well,
No,
didn't
he's dead
Lothar kill
already.
it?
Yeah, Lothar killed the rider.
Oh.
Or Lothar killed the wyvern and the rider. I think Angus killed just before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I made a bathroom run. What did I miss? Who died?
Lothar killed the wyvern. He shot it
The
in
wyvern
the
and the
eye.
rider up a higher on the hill are both dead at this point.
Mhm.
Well, gosh, you miss a lot when you have to take a bio break.
6 second increments. A lot can happen in 6 seconds, you know.
Gosh. Then I will move back with the group.
Mm-hmm.
That's 30 feet. And is this... I will... Oops. Open up the dice roller. Yeah, let's do some... Yeah, I'll fire a bow at one of these guys here to the northeast of us.
Go for it.
Again, I will fire an arrow, not a bow.
Well, you do fire the bow. I
12.
think both are appropriate. 12 does not hit. The arrow like sails true and like bang! It hits the splint mail armor that he's wearing. You see it like deflect off, shattering as it hits the stone. That's your movement. That's your action. Bonus action.
Dunzo.
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 Crixus Copper Zone. You're up.
Are you hinting at something?
No, I'm just trying to be helpful.
And like, oh, I know, I saw this. I know what's going on. I
I'm
was
just
like,
trying to be helpful to
Wait,
give
what you want me to
so
do?
you don't have
I'll
to
do whatever
measure.
you want.
Okay.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm a dwarf, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So I
That's right.
think I'm gonna dash this far. I think.
You can move 50 if you're dashing. If you're going to use your action to dash, you can get 50. Yep.
Cool. Then I dash over here.
Got it. Crixus uses movement, uses his action. You dash to the other side. Bonus action?
Hold on a second.
Sure. I'm holding.
These guys are on their turn. I believe they're affected by my spirit dragons.
Do
Or my
me a favor,
spirit
just
dust
drop it in
devils.
the chat again so I could read it without having to scroll all the way up, but sounds good.
Yeah.
Seems
no
accurate.
problem. Let me just do that. Hold on a second.
And so no bonus action, right?
Since you've asked me, I'm gonna do a bonus action,
Okay.
and I'm going to heal the dwarf.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yay.
Healing word. What do you call out, Crixus, to heal the dwarf? What do we hear?
For
Don't
the
be
razor
dead.
blade of Roldo.
And I think you see like and you hear like yelling from over here in Dwarvish. Like I think like these three that are all over here, they turn like looking to you, as do these two soldiers on the other end of the bridge. Crixus, that's your movement, that's your action, that's your bonus action. Hulrick, you're up on 24.
All right. I'm going to advance my 25 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to snatch the hand axe of throwing off my belt.
Mm-hmm.
And which one of these two guys look worse for wear?
The dude up further north caught a
That
piece
one?
of the fireball. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can hit him.
The hand axe of throwing snaps out of your hand, end over end, cartwheeling towards the city.
Yes.
Roll damage.
Awesome. That's
For
shitty.
11. Hey, man. Gotta
Still
start
something.
somewhere. That's your action. Bonus action. You
If
call it back?
he's- Yeah, and I'm gonna throw it again if he's still up.
Mm-hmm. He is. 20 hits.
Nice. Nice.
Sick for another 9. The axe, like cartwheeling, crashes into the side of him, shearing through armor. You hear him like, "Rah!" Grabbed his chest right as he wheels, like looking at this army of dwarves now coming. There's really only 2 of you with the halfling and a gnome and a miniature, but still. You snap it back. You hit him again with the second. Ulrich, that's your action. That's your bonus action. That's your movement.
That's it, man. I'm done.
Okay, they go. At this point, this one, what am I doing here, Mike? Saving throw?
Yeah, let me hold on a second. They do a wisdom saving throw, and let me put it on the. Hold on one second.
I see it here. Okay, wisdom saves.
Mm-hmm. They take half damage if they.
Okay,
Okay,
so
what if
the
it does-
first one takes how much?
They
13?
Yeah, 13, and one of them takes half damage, so 6.
The guy in the back, the dust devils are like swarming all over him, right? Ulrich's axe just like cleaves into him in the chest, then hits him again up high in the shoulder, like his body sort of crumpled over sideways, blood dripping onto the ground. The dust devils swarming over them. They're like screaming, like, "There's more of them up here!" With that, they go. This dude leaps forward at you.
Is that the guy? Oh, just okay, cool. The guy behind him, he failed his saving throw. He has his movement halved.
Okay, got it. The dude in front leaps forward at you. He's got a longsword in 2 hands. He like drops the crossbow to the ground. Actually, no. He pulls like the longsword and the short sword and steps in at you. So longsword, short sword
Ooh,
attack.
Ooh.
Ooh, hit.
Jeez.
Those
Wait,
all
he
hit?
attacks?
Yes.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
these guys are much tougher than those first riders. He like steps in, slash with like the double cut. The longsword like cuts your arm, and then again on the way back, and then he punches the short sword down low, and you kind of like deflect it with the shield, but still just like the wrenching force of it. Crixus, that's 16, 22 points of damage altogether.
I drop. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
That's like,
Don't
what?
say that. Jeez.
Don't forget your temporary hit points, and you get
Don't.
advantage on your next attack.
Right, you have the motivational speech. So what did you have? How many temporary hit points do each of you have?
Just
Just-
5.
5.
Okay, but you have advantage on your next attack roll. This guy, meanwhile, like still pretty hurt. He doesn't want to close into range with you. He like falls back like along the edge of the cliff, wheeling on you, and proceeds to fire with the short bow at you, Crixus. Oh, his movement was halved, right?
Yeah, I'm counting, yeah.
Yep, got it. 20. Oh, I rolled short sword, not short bow, but still, that's a miss and a hit. It's the same damage. 1 arrow hits you, Crixus, for 7 piercing damage. That's those guys. The rest of them are all like fighting dwarves. Don't worry about that. The wyvern goes, and the captain at this point. Let's see here if the wyvern just kills a couple guys. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Okay. One of the dwarves drops over here, like staggering into the wall as the wyvern like punches out with its like stinger, and then it like leaps up, flying this way towards you guys. The dwarf takes an attack of opportunity. Who's still standing? 20!
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Yo. That's great.
Plus, so that's 13 points of damage. The dwarf like cleaves it with the battle axe as the thing comes flying up here. Got it. 48, right. With that, Lothar is like, you people are insane. He like takes a half a step out in front of Angus. He brings up the friggin' crossbow and fires. 15 hits the wyvern for.
Nice.
He's doing work for another 10 points of damage. You see one of your crossbow bolts like punch into the side of this wyvern next to you, Ulrich, as it's like looming over you up here on the bridge. Eerie, you're up on 14.
Okay.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, man. I am going to.
I got skipped.
I was gonna
you get
ask. Did
skipped?
Ulrich go? Because
Crixus went.
You went at the top of the round, right? Didn't you? Crixus went, and then you went at the top of the round. You threw your axe. Then the veterans went. Then the wyvern went. Then Lothar just went, and so now we're at Eerie.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The problem is they wedged into the order between, like Crixus and you is the deal.
Okay.
But yeah, you didn't.
Gotcha. I am going to cast.
Oh. Go for it.
Witch bolt at the wyvern.
Witch bolt. Okay.
I'm just gonna do it at first level.
First level witch bolt, 26 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. This tether of lightning leaping off of the tiny form of Eerie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's it.
D12. 2. Damn it.
That's pretty brutal. Okay, you arc 2 points of damage down. You static shock the wyvern.
Great.
It doesn't seem super thrilled, Eerie. That's your action, movement bonus action.
That's it.
Does she get to save the spell slot? Because it seems like she just rubbed her feet on the rug. And...
It kind of should, you know. It's very cold out here. Crixus, before I go any further, I need you to make 4 separate concentration checks because I forgot on your turn. I apologize.
Sure.
So con saving throws, the difficulty of all of them is 10. You just have to make 4 concentration saving throws with a DC of 10.
Okay.
Ooh, what? Oh, con. Sorry.
Boom.
Nice.
You're still holding concentration on your spiritual dragons. Angus, now you're up.
Oh, Rich. Next. Wait a minute. Did they get? Wait, next round they get attacked. That's right.
Yep,
Sorry.
yep, we're getting there.
Sorry.
No problem.
Angus is going to move a little bit closer, and then he is going to cast Bane on the rider and the. Hang on.
Oh no.
Gesundheit.
Yes.
Actually, let's see.
Excuse me.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna get up just behind Ulrich, and he's gonna cast Bane on the wyvern and the rider, and then as well as the soldier, the veteran on the other side that Crixus is squaring up with.
Nice.
You got it. They all fail their saving throws. All 3 are affected by Bane.
Wicked.
So they'll all subtract a D4 from all their attacks and saving
Got
throws.
it. What's it look like when Angus casts Bane?
There's just like this. Doesn't look like anything. You just hear this like cowbell a couple times.
He's got a fever. He's got a fever. Angus, that's your action. Movement bonus action. You moved a bit, but bonus action.
I guess why not? I'm right here with Lothar, not Lothar, Ulrich.
You
I'll
can
be
slide
like-
through a friendly space. I don't want you to think that I have to stand out here and take the brunt of this. I mean,
This
you
is
are
not
welcome.
it's not a survivor challenge. You can move along the bridge. Yep. Yeah.
That's for Ulrich. Ulrich has bardic inspiration.
The horn bursting from behind you, Ulrich. Crixus, it's your turn on 5.
That's a D6, right? I
D8.
can add it. D8? Wow.
Mhm.
You can do it for like pretty much anything. Damage,
Yeah.
AC, attack rolls,
Mhm.
you name it.
Sweet.
You name it.
You name it. Whatever your little heart desires. Ulrich.
Crixus, you're up on
Saving
5, sir.
throws.
Yeah. Well, I was just waiting for everyone to be quiet. So sorry. Sorry.
Don't be.
I'm just. What can I tell you guys? I'm
I'm
gonna
done with
cast.
my turn. You can go ahead, Crixus. Sorry, I was talking.
Pass the talking stick.
We're all being quiet now for you. It's your turn, Crixus. What would you like to do?
I know. I'm doing it right now. I'm sorry.
No problem.
All
Don't
right,
be
I'm
sorry. Don't be sorry. Just don't do it again.
I cast what's it called? Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Okay, that's an
Start
option.
casting,
Yeah.
So I healed myself for, I believe, 23 hit points.
For how many? For 23 hit points? You used a what level spell slot?
Third level spell slot.
Wow. Big heals. Ruldo coming in hot with the healing. Okay. That's 23 hit points back, Crixus.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's your action. Movement bonus action?
I'm going to hold on. I guess I'm gonna move. Hold on a second. I'll move over here. I think I'll move over here.
Okay, my man takes a swing at you with his longsword. He is baned. 20! He cleaves you in the back as you step away from him.
Ah,
For 15 points of slashing damage, you feel the sword like just carving through your scales, hidden in their dwarven flesh as they were. You still feel like you. That's brutal. You guys see.
oh, wait a minute. Can I move further then? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
realize. I really made a mistake. I didn't realize I was doing. I
Yeah,
might as
you
well
have
move
all
further.
the rest of your movement. Sure, that was 10
Yeah,
feet.
might
You
as well.
still have.
Well, actually, no. You know what? Forget it. No, I'm right there. Forget it.
Okay.
Actually, that's cool. No. Yep. No. Cool. All right. No worries.
It's 11:14. You guys want to push through one more round? Do we stop here in the middle of this dramatic nightmare fest?
You don't leave me on this bridge with a wyvern in front of me. With that
Ulrich!
swing.
Ulrich
Are you kidding me?
Stormbeard up on 24. It's the dwarf's turn.
All right. The first thing I do is recall my axe.
Excellent. Whoosh, bonus action. The axe reappears
Yeah.
in your hand. Yep.
And then I'd like to, man, I want to swing my warhammer. I want to try to beat the hell out of this thing. Make my 2 attacks with the warhammer.
Yes, come on.
9 misses. 14. What are
We're
you
gonna-
aiming for? The wyvern?
The wyvern.
14 hits.
Cool. We're going to add a D6 to the warhammer.
D8.
Mm-hmm.
D8, sorry, my bad. Thank you, Kurt. Ugh, that sucked. All right. And I am going to use my second wind
Mm-hmm.
and swing again.
That's not your second wind. That's action surge. Second wind is the healing.
Yes. I'm sorry. You're right.
No, you're fine. You
Okay.
like this huge arc, and I think that the thing's wing buffets the hammer out of the way, and you bring it around, like cracking it in the ankle. You love smashing wyverns in the ankles. Action surge, 16 hits for 5, and then second attack.
That was it, man. I did the warhammer two-handed.
You just action surge.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, man. Thank you.
Don't be sorry. Just don't do it again. You can do it again, by the way, also. I just like to say that. 13 is a hit. That's its AC. 13 hits.
Damn. Nice. 7.
For another 7.
Oh.
Halric goes into a flurry, this mad, whirling warhammer, like small black adamantine head on this long, like thin black adamantine rod, fabricated from the tools of Uncle Beswanowick's workshop. You like are smashing away at its feet. I think you see one of the talons like shatter as it's like grabbing for you, and you just crush it with the hammer in your hand. That's your action. That's your action surge. You have movement and a bonus action.
Man, I'm gonna stay put. That's. Oh, you don't have the bonus action? I don't think I
You've
can
not
do
used
anything.
your bonus action, yeah.
I did recall the.
Oh, you're correct. You don't get another bonus action then. I forgot that part.
Okay.
I apologize. You're right.
That's it, man.
These guys go. What am I making, Mike? What kind of saving throw for your
Oh,
spirit
we did this
dragons?
again? Oh, wisdom saving throw. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Got it. These two guys, wisdom saving throw.
Failed.
That's fail and fail. Roll damage.
Nice.
And now they do hold on a second. 16 points damage.
16.
Nice.
This guy drops. The other one here is like as he's like growling, like charging forward through this like whirling wind of dust devils. He steps here, putting his back up against a tree trunk, kind of trying to like intercept you, Crixus. He's going again. Long sword, short sword.
Wait a minute. Did he? I moved out of range. Oh, whatever. Forget it.
Okay. You
rolled a
moved out of
critical
range of.
He rolled a critical one.
Yeah, yep, you did. You moved out of range of what though? Like he just stepped forward, right? You would like not move very far. That's that guy.
He got an attack of opportunity against me.
Yeah.
This
And
is his
then
turn.
Yeah, then on his turn he stepped forward to get you. These guys, this dude on the wyvern will go for Halric. He like leans down out of the seat with the longsword. He's going just with a two-handed hit with the longsword for Halric. The wyvern itself attack 20!
Damn.
Halric, he cleaves the longsword down into your shoulder for
That's not that
13.
bad.
That could have been way worse.
It could have been way worse. The wyvern goes and tries to stab you with the stinger, and
Minus D4.
oh right, and then
Yeah.
bite.
Well, was the damage supposed to be minus D4 too?
Nope, only attack rolls.
Okay.
The wyvern misses both its attacks, and like I could have rolled -4, but it still would have made it right.
Just asking.
Meanwhile, these guys are all like battling away with dwarves up here. Dwarves like yelling. This dude comes running around. I think this guy is dropped at this point as they're swarming over him. He's taking hits. One of these dwarves dies. They're like screaming, battle all over the place. It's pretty ugly. That's them. That's him. Lothar. Lothar like steps up onto the edge of this thing, reloading the crossbow. He takes a shot at the rider, and he's like, "You son of a bitch! I know you, Dendrick! I hate you!" The crossbow fires. That just hits for 4 points of piercing damage on the rider. That's Lothar's turn. That brings us to Eerie on 14.
Just gonna, with the witch bolt still attached to the wyvern, I'm just gonna.
Okay, this arcing bolt of electricity
God.
does a single point of lightning damage, Eerie. The wyvern, like, seemingly unfazed entirely. At least it's not trying to fly off with you this time. That's your action. You have movement and a bonus action?
No, I'm just gonna say.
Okay, Angus, you're up on 10.
At the beginning of my turn, we do what's called a little bit of Angus housekeeping. Crixus, don't forget you still have Bardic Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And your next attack is still on advantage. You've not taken that yet.
Thank you. I was hoping that.
And John, don't forget that that attack came out of your temporary hit points first last time.
I love
And you
Kurt.
have advantage on your next attack.
Kurt.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Kurt. How dare you? How dare you? That's cool,
I was
Uncle.
going to say hello to you here.
It's cool, Uncle Brother Angus.
Can I move next to Ulrich to attack the wyvern in melee?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to. I just want to know if I could.
Yep, you could. Yep, you totally could.
I take out the short sword of quickness
Mm-hmm.
and I attack.
It's like hovering like right above the bridge, right? Like wheeling the wings, like almost swacking into it as it swoops down. Go for it.
18.
Hits.
for 8 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And for my bonus action, it attacks again.
Mm-hmm.
25
25 hits.
for 7 points of piercing.
The short sword of quickness given to you by Nalus the smith, the dwarf who traced his lineage back to the first arrival. He spoke to you for so many years of your childhood about this sword and the battles that it's seen, the honor that was bestowed upon those who wielded it before, and it truly comes through for you as you're like flashing, making these attacks. That's your movement. That's your
So I
action
did
bonus.
all
action.
that, and I didn't kill it. I
Nope.
thought for sure that was like preamble to a death.
Nope, I apologize. I'm just getting you hype. This is my inspiration for Kurt, the player. Crixus Copperstone, you're up on 5.
I'm gonna take a swing at the guy that's in front of me
Got it, with advantage.
with advantage.
I presume you have your shield already in your hand, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the Warhammer comes loose. 20!
With Bardic Inspiration.
Crack!
Thank you very much, Angus. Brother Angus.
Oh,
Rocking
yeah,
and
because
rolling.
you would do double dice damage if you used the Bardic Inspiration for this.
Oh, you
I
can
did use the Bardic Inspiration.
No, you didn't. You were using your motivational
Yeah.
speech. Angus cast motivational speech on you. And so after you got hit and lost your temporary hit points, your next attack was at advantage. So you still have a 1d8, which you may add to your damage now because Angus is a College of Valor bard.
Well,
So
2d8
that's
'cause it's double
17, and
damage.
you can now add 2d8 to that as well.
Awesome.
I thought that's what I was going at in the beginning. Anyway, thanks, Angus. That's what we're looking for.
Well, that's why, like, we're explaining it. You have, like, motivational speech as the spell he cast on
I
you.
wasn't saying no. I know, but I was also using Bardic Inspiration. I wasn't saying that in place of.
Okay.
the
I'm
advantage.
sorry.
That's what, I think that was the confusion. But say la
Yeah.
vie. I don't mind. I did the damage.
If you're using Bardic Inspiration in the attack, then yes, you get to roll double damage dice, which you did.
He's still up as the hammer like cracks him in the side of the mouth. You see like teeth flying out of his mouth. He spits to the ground like blood and teeth like "Argh!" Now he looks like terrified, Crixus. This guy has been like fighting relentlessly through your swarm of dust devils, but he seems pretty pissed here. That was your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
I guess for the sake of wow, I'm really kind of scared because I almost died.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I might heal myself again with a bonus healing word, just in case. I'm kind of a little worried.
Yep. So you call to Ruldo to heal you, getting 4 hit points back. Nice. Which brings us around to Hulric
It's only because
on
he
24.
It's only because he rolled a 20.
How does Crixus look?
Like a dwarf.
Yep. I'm actually. I mean, I'm injured, but I wasn't. Like, let's put it this way: I was really injured. Like, I was almost like really, really badly hurt, and then I look a lot better now. So
How
there
does
was
the
one
other
point
guy
where I
look?
looked really, really bad. Like, I was really, really got creamed. But then
Yeah, he just like smashed the teeth out of the other guy's mouth. The other guy does not look great.
yeah, next
Can I
round, it's
get
tough
at
for
him with my hand axe or no?
I think that the wyvern is
Okay,
kind of in your
that's-
way.
I
I
have
think
to
it's like
ask.
be a tough
Yeah.
throw. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Warhammer. Twice.
Okay. Two-handed Warhammer
Nice.
snaps out. 18, both hit.
And the first one was at
Nice.
advantage.
Yes.
So the first one like hits the wyvern solidly in like the breastbone, and you hear bones shatter, and I think it like drops its feet like scrabbling for purchase at the log, and the second is like this huge overhand strike that crushes its skull. The wyvern falls off of this thing. Let me make a dex saving throw for the stupid veteran.
Isn't he strapped in?
Mm-hmm. But he's like trained to
True,
deal with
true.
this, and he fails and is crushed by the wyvern as the pair of them like fall. Oop, Angus, you're still up here. The pair of them fall down to like the ground, the ravine beneath, and the wyvern like absolutely crushes this rider.
Nice.
Nice.
You just dumped a
that's
wyvern,
your-
Ulrich.
It sure is. That's your action, Hulric. You have movement and a bonus action.
Now I am going to second wind.
Mm-hmm. Got it. 1d10 plus 5.
Yeah.
Can I move myself back onto the bridge?
I did, I thought, but yeah, for sure. Nice. So you get back 12 hit points as your bonus
Sweet.
action. Then you have movement.
1 second. Points. I am going to move. I don't think I can make it all the way over there.
Little dwarf feet.
You can get shoulder to shoulder with your boy, though.
I will. I'll be a viable target.
Okay, these guys go on 21. They're both fighting separate dwarves, so that's no good. Meanwhile, they do manage to cut down this guy. They can't even like peel away to disengage. This guy is like getting his head caved in. He is killed as these dudes swarm up. You hear one of the dwarves like cry out. I think especially you, Halric and Crixus, and he's just like, Fala, defend us! We didn't come all this way to die here, boys! Stand true! They done sent help from the heavens! And like you see this like one dwarf at the lead of like this crew back here. He's wearing this really heavy kind of plate mail armor. He's got an axe in one hand and a hammer in the other, and he like steps forward like cleaving into the face of one of these Sapphire Legion soldiers in front.
Whoa.
And I think Lothar is just like, by the grace of it, they're actually doing it. He's like talking half to himself as he's like standing next to you, Eerie, like, I can't believe this. And like he raises the crossbow up and it's going to take a shot at one of these veterans far across the chasm.
Damn.
17 hits.
Heck yeah.
Lothar doing work for 4 points of piercing damage on this idiot. That's Lothar's turn. Eerie, you're up.
Whichever one he fired at, I'll send a firebolt right after it.
Okay.
19.
Hits for 5 points of fire damage. This dude is like screaming and burning. You have movement and a bonus action, Eerie.
I'll kind of, I guess, just move up next to Lothar.
Angus, you're up on 10.
Angus moves his 30 feet to here, and he casts Cure Wounds for 13 on Crixus.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
What's that sound like? Bonus action, anything else, Angus?
Nah.
Okay. Crixus Copperstone, you're up on 5.
I have to ask you a question.
I forgot the saving throw for this guy this
Yeah.
round. Yes. Go
Yeah.
for it. Roll your damage.
Okay. Well,
He fails. Oh yeah. The Dust Devils are like zooming around him. He's being like hammered and pelted with like pebbles and stuff off the ground. There's blood like trailing out of his nose and his mouth as he like shattered his face. He's still up, but man, he's like frantically looking behind him, like for anywhere to go. It is in fact your turn, Crixus. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna swing my warhammer at him.
Got it.
Oh.
This is
15 does miss. His sword like parries it, battering it out of the way. Unfortunately, Crixus, that's your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
Can I now I can move this way? Do I get attack of opportunity if I move this way or no?
Nope. If you don't leave his threat range, no attack of opportunity. You realize the frantic nature of this battle, like you should have thought about it, but you just step around, flanking, setting up your boy Halric, who goes on 24. Halric, you're up.
All right, let's take the swing. What the hell? My sheet is gone.
Oh no.
That reminds me of a line from a Howard Stern show that I'm not going to repeat right now. But
All right.
oh my God, Matt Persons is gifting subs all over the place. What's happening in this chat? Yo, thank all you guys so much for that. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
22.
Nice.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on. Take it down, Holrick.
She's not like that. What the hell?
You like crack him in the back of the skull, and it's just enough. His head like snaps forward. You hear the neck like break. The short sword, the long sword clatter to the ground as he falls dead at the base of this tree at Crixus's feet. Holrick, that was your action. You have movement and the rest of your attack still. You can move and make another. Oh no, wait. Yeah, you still have movement and a second attack.
Can I use a bonus action to switch a weapon? Is that possible?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move out to the edge of the rocks and hand axe throwing.
Got it. Go for it. Yep, go for it. You like shove the warhammer back down in the loop at your belt. The hand axe snaps out
I get advantage.
and fires. You do get advantage. Why?
Because the dwarves are fighting with me?
No,
No.
doesn't work like that. Flanking only counts on melee attacks. You can't flank with range.
Right.
So you throw, and the hand axe like hits him in the armor from behind, clattering off and falling down. That's your attacks. That's your bonus action. You have a little more movement.
How high are the rocks?
They're about like 15 feet up.
We'll stay here.
Okay. These idiots all go. They're wailing away at people. This dwarf is cut down. And I think with that, these two turn and see what's happening, and like they run. They take off like running north. And they're like, fall back! Fall back! To Mount Canaan! These guys here are all dead. These dudes are pretty well screwed, though. They try to back away. The dwarves making attacks of opportunities at them. One of them definitely hits for... Yep, this guy is still up. They're, like, looking like they're gonna try to run as they, like, back up and they start charging, like, along this ravine, like, this a ways. Meanwhile, Lothar goes and he's like, Cowards! Cowards! And he shoots the crossbow at this idiot that's running again.
Yes.
23, that hits solidly for 8 points of piercing damage on this dude in the back. Got it. Eerie, you're up on 14.
I cast a fireball at them.
A fireball?
Yeah.
At who?
The two that are trying to run away.
Which two? There's two far away or two closer? The closer ones, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Sick of this.
I'm sick of this. Oh my god, Eerie. This fireball just rips off, exploding in this canyon. Rocks like rumbling, debris raining down to the ground, and the dwarves are like, this one who was downed by your first fireball, he like winces badly and turns looking back at you like, thank you, girl! Thank you! He like screams up at you. Eerie, that's your action. You have movement and a bonus action.
I'll just kind of move forward on the bridge a little bit.
Angus, you're up on 10. You're muted, Kurt.
Not only can I not speak, I cannot see anybody. Oh wait, the very far north end of the.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys really far away.
How? So Erie's not been damaged at all, correct?
Nope.
And
For once.
Crixus, on a scale of, I don't know, 1 to 45, how are you doing?
That's still in regular range.
5. Perfect.
If you got a bow, you can hit him.
He's got a bow. He's been firing arrows from it all night.
That he's been firing the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, arrows from the bow.
No, it is too far. I am just going to look around and be done.
Do you have movement?
You do have movement. You
I'm-
could just like step up and yep.
I'm good.
Okay, Crixus, you're up on 5. There's basically only these two who you see like racing away, trying to escape. Dwarves downed all over the place around you. This is a down dwarf, and this is a down dwarf, and all of these 3 are down dwarfs.
I cast Fireball. I guess what I could do is give me 1 second. I just gotta just look up. I just want to see.
Sure. You also still have your movement, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move. I just want to see. I'm moving in a direction. I really can't do anything that I want to do. I can't hit these guys or even heal anybody. I'm just too far away. Wait. Oh no. Wait. I know. You know what I could do? I'm sorry. I'm gonna heal those dwarfs that are down.
Nice.
I didn't realize I
Go
could
for
do-
it. Yep, you're all good. So you call out a word.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Mass healing word. How many guys can you hit within 60 feet, Mike?
Sorry.
Like
6.
6, right? Dude, what does this look like, Crixus?
Oh,
what do we see
hell
as you
yeah.
call out a mass healing word to all of them?
By Rudo's blessing, arise!
And I think you see like the dwarves, all of them, they start like they roll on the ground, you know. They're like weapons beside them. You hear like those groaning sounds of like and movement everywhere. And I think it's at this moment that you see this one dwarf raid in like this plate mail that looks like a little bit fancier than the others. Axe in one hand,
Bro,
hammer
Rich,
in the
honestly,
other.
I heal 6 of them. So
Yep,
the
got
people, if that's okay, like I'll.
Yeah. No, it is okay. You're able to heal like probably boss dwarf who looks like really banged up too, right? Right?
Perfect.
And so this fellow like steps forward towards you, Crixus. And I think he just like looks at you and there's like tears streaming down his face, right? And he's like looks down at your shield in your hands like, by the blessing of the mother, I do not believe what I see with my own eyes. And I think that's where we have to leave
Oh,
ourselves today.
So awesome.
Dude.
Dear Father, we came upon a band of dwarves today.
That was pretty unbelievable. That was a big clutch move at the end right there, Crixus. My
That was
word.
awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
Wow.
Amazing.
are we close to next level?
You're definitely closer than you were
Before
2.5 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was hoping to be.
You're one dwarf away from next level.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Fireball.
I could just see him grab Lothar like that was impressive, you
That was
guys.
fun.
Wow. I just want to like take a second to like say like throw some love to all the wonderful folks in the chat because people were like blowing it up tonight. Next week, I promise you by next week I will have alerts up for this chat, so we'll see all that stuff popping off in the screen because Anonymous, as well as friend and family of DM Philly over here, Matt Persons, you guys blew it up big time. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. Thank you everybody else for stopping in. All my friends from post show recaps, it delights me to no end when I see you guys pop your necks and heads in here. I will not cut them off because I can't. I can only beat up these 4 people. That was heavy, you guys. That was pretty good. Was that good? Was that a decent
was
night?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
I almost died. Yes.
Almost died.
Yes.
Purpose.
Yes.
Like
Things
Goodness.
escalated right there.
That was cool, though. I'm excited to meet our new dwarven friends.
I
Officially.
love so much that there's still 13 of them.
Yes.
13 dwarves.
The party stands.
You know, it's really
13
interesting
dwarves.
that up until this point, like I've attempted to put Holrick out in front to kind of be, you know, the face of hurt. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
you definitely. I was right about to run across the Crixus, and
Uh-huh.
you definitely put the fear in me when you put that wyvern there. Not for me, but I was like, holy crap, Crixus out there by himself.
Yeah.
Crixus is a baller. Let's not joke. Like,
And then I
Crixus took some
screwed up- and then I screwed
serious.
up. Then I totally screwed
Mhm.
up because I went out of range and then I got like attack of opportunity and then I went in the wrong direction, which would have been like terrible. So it was just like, oh man, because I could have helped
Worked
out. I
out,
could
though.
have helped out. So
I appreciate very much, Mike, you not like making a thing out of it though, because this is part of it. Crixus is a young like kid, and like he knows how to handle himself. But this is real deal stuff, and like in the middle of combat, mistakes get made. Sometimes a dwarf gets caught by a fireball. Sometimes you like step bad, you step
Feels
wrong.
so
Like
bad.
shit happens, right?
and you like to, and like,
So-
and listen, and like you said, you like to beat us up. I mean, that's the way it goes. I get it. I get it.
I've been pretty gentle
yeah,
so
man.
far. Naycrawler getting hype. Dave Malone, I think I know who you are.
Oops.
Thank you, Naycrawler, for throwing some love at everybody.
Thanks, Zach, for stopping by from the Sabotage crew.
Hey.
Yes, thank you indeed, Zach. I've been talking to to Joe over at Sabotage the DM, and we have some fun ideas, I think, in store for the months of April and May as we're rolling into spring. Little announcements for me this week: Sunday night, 9 o'clock, Sunday the 28th. We're going to be launching our new show. City of Mist is the game. Kings of Neon is this show. Neon Noir City. Taylor, you want to give them any kind of little heads up about your character, or we can't
Oh,
tell them anything? It should all
gosh.
be secret. It
No,
should be secret
yeah,
and
you
safe.
guys gotta wait. Sorry.
Okay, let's keep it secret. Keep it safe. We love Friends of Torm around here, Dave. Thank you for stopping by. To all my friends at Post Show Recaps, like really, thanks for coming through. It's been a crazy couple of weeks over there. My character got killed. I introduced a new one. It is a Githyanki who sees the future. Great stuff. I'm bringing big Kala energy to that game.
Yes.
Nice.
Paula.
The other night, all I heard was like, "Whoa, dude, with the crazy eyes. That's a lot." This is a late night for you all. Let's just go around. What's going on, Taylor? What's up with you? Where should people find you?
Twitter, Brania422. Got all my stuff on there.
Taylor's got all kinds of cool stuff. She's writing. She's selling stickers. Go follow her on Twitter. There's good stuff happening.
Gonna
there.
revamp my stickers pretty soon here. Kind of
Okay.
get that squared away.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all got those nice St. Patrick's Day stimulus checks, so I'm ready to blow some money on stickers again. Mike, what's up with you, friend? What's going on with you this week? Any parting words before we dip?
Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching and for all the subscriptions, I guess, right? Subs?
Yeah, that's
'Cause
exactly
I'm not
it.
sure.
Yeah.
I always think of subs. I always think of sandwiches.
Thanks for the sandwich.
Thanks, Crixus.
No, nobody sent any sandwiches here. Yep. I can now at least afford to buy some sandwiches for lunch this week because of the subs. So thank you all for that. John, we know you. You lay low.
Mhm.
You appear, you emerge for 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes weekly on the internet and share your time with us. For that, I thank you for participating. Anything else you want to hype up?
Put your kids in scouts. Make good young people out of them.
Listen, putting your kids in scouts is cool. I was in scouts along with John, and we're super awesome and well adjusted.
I was in
Kurt,
brownies.
do you have a connection on cookies, Taylor? We got to talk about that later in the week. Kurt, what's up with you before we leave tonight?
Got nothing.
Got nothing. Go check out Kurt's friends, my friends, over at Sabotage the DM. They're doing a really cool show. We host them here when they go live. You can find them on this channel. They're really awesomely dynamic group. I really look forward to collaborating with them a little bit going forward. I can't wait. Okay.
Nice.
With that, I think to all the rest of you guys, I say good night, farewell. Thank you all for coming. Bye.
Good
Night,
night.
everybody.
Bye. Bye.